Well, this is a first. I shouldn't say that it's just wildly crazy, but it's a first. Bart is literally across the hall. And when I say the hall, I don't mean like, another office somewhere. I mean, like, if I walked out this door of the studio, I would look across and I would see Bart sitting in a conference room in virtual court for a ticket that he got, 2 years ago? I think it was 2023. And that was a 9 a.m. court date. And now it is 10:02, and his number has not been called. Stunning that this would happen in the court system, that it would take this long. That, they actually lined up about 35 people to have a court date on a traffic ticket that they're basically telling you, if you plead guilty, you're going to get out of here. Now, I do not begrudge him in this court date having not just pled guilty to begin with, because I've gotten hosed before on situations like this. Now, I am not speaking ill of our law enforcement community in any way. I would like to make that clear. But there was a time that I've gotten hosed on a ticket. Now, I shouldn't speak ill, because in Green Bay this past Sunday, I actually got pulled over in a neighborhood. Now, I think I've talked about this before. Lambeau Field is quite literally in the middle of a neighborhood. There's houses up and down the street. There's Lambeau Field. Then there's houses up and down the street. It's just like that. It's a little startling that if you were driving, imagine driving down your street and you look up, oh, crap, there's Lambeau Field. That's what it's like. So I was driving to there, and it was one of those situations where I was on a road and you're unaware, you just didn't pay attention to what the speed limit is. And it's a 25 or it's a 35, and I'm doing 54, 55. And the officer pulls me over, and I'm like, okay. Whenever I get pulled over, there is an automatic assumption on my part that I'm guilty. Okay? I obviously did what you did, unless I know for sure. And I do pay attention on the road. I don't get tickets or pulled over often, but this was this past Sunday. So, and I just handed over my license, and I said, officer, good morning. Whatever it is, I'm sure that I'm 100% guilty in what I did here. And he said, yeah, it's a 35-mile-an-hour zone, and you were doing 54. And I'm like, here's my license. The car's a rental. I'm really sorry. And I'm not trying to get out of the ticket at that point. It's just my experience is that the more just willing you are in a spot like that to just say, yeah, that was on me. This is an area I don't know well. Really sorry. The more contrite I am, maybe you catch a break, but I never expect to. And he went back to the car, and he looked up my license, and he came back, and he said, enjoy the game, And I didn't even say what I was doing, nothing like that. Enjoy the game. Because, again, contrition, I always feel like can go a long way. Now, I have gotten hosed on tickets before where I did try to go fight it, and the system is once again keeping me down. And I get it, okay? I get it where that can happen. But, I don't blame him one bit for fighting this ticket. I don't know what the circumstances were around it, but he's either fighting it or we're 2 years removed from it. And it's just, I have gone this far, I am going to see it through. I've also fought it hoping that maybe, just maybe, getting it pushed off long enough, get the system to work your way a little bit. Maybe somebody doesn't show up that particular day. And, of course, the officer showed up. And I lost. So Bart is in virtual court. How long? I can't tell you. I have no idea. No idea. He has no idea. It was a 9 a.m. court date. He is literally across the hall. I have tried to see if we can. We don't have wireless equipment here. Why would we? I I can't reach a microphone the 10 feet away that he is from the studio right now. Because right now I'm just more interested in the content angle of this. I would really have a lot more interest in finding out. I want to air the court date is what I want to do. I want a microphone in there. Let's go live to Bart in court right now. Your Honor, guilty, not guilty, what are we doing? And at that point, if we're going to take it on the air, you damn well better be pleading not guilty. You better fight this son of a mother. If we're this late to the show, you had better fight with all of your might against whatever this is, whatever injustice has been done to you here. I do not care. So, can we get an air link? Can we get Tom, can we at least have somebody go out into the hallway and get video of Bart sitting there in court?
I'll tell you right now, Ray actually went out there like a few minutes ago. We did pop on the court cam. He just sat.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, Bart looked very dejected on the court cam. He was just sitting there.
Sure, I would dare say that we should leave the court cam up.
Set up a tripod and just see dejected Bart.
I might have one. I got it for Carlin's corner table or something like that. Like I might take my phone. Let me put it on Do Not Disturb.
I'm gonna have to get Jake over here to start filming for this.
Bart on the court cam. Get Jake. Just want Bart on the court cam. I don't necessarily need the audio between now and then because my guess would be there's be some cursing involved.
Yeah, we're probably not going to be able to get the audio, but at least we'll be able to get.
And I'm sure it's illegal to air court. Like, he's going to tell the judge, by the way, Your Honor, you're right now on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you can watch this live. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Send me the air link. I am going to set up my phone because my phone, if you'll see, has a little stand on the back of it. And we'll just sit it next to Bart while he sits in court, and let's leave it up. If we can have a third box on the, or a second box on the court cam, that would be awesome. That's exactly what I would like to do.
We will effort this.
Okay. That would be great. And we'll get that going, and at the very least, for those who are watching on the ESPN app, and I would, obviously now, I would absolutely encourage you to do that. To go and flip on the ESPN New York YouTube page and watch my partner just sit there and wait in virtual court at his desk. And if we have to turn on the microphone, listen, I can't control certain things. You know what I mean? That kind of thing's going to happen. That's what I would say. Anyway. Listen, we got stuff to talk about, even without him. It'll be better with him, even without him. We've got a jam-packed show. We've got Mike Tannenbaum coming up at 10:45, as he does each and every Tuesday. At 11:20, Field Yates will join us, because Field Yates has a mock draft out today, and you're going to say, dude, it's week 15. Okay, have you looked at their records? Do you realize the Heisman Trophy is being given out this week? And do you realize that Field Yates has the Jets trading up with the Giants to the number one pick to go and get Fernando Mendoza? How about that? So we were going to talk to Field Yates about that, and we are going to talk to Steve Gelbs live from Orlando later in the show. Steve, of course, with the Mets, and this is where we begin. We've heard reasons over the last 24 hours as to why this has happened, as to why Edwin Diaz has left the Mets for the Dodgers. Here is David Stearns with all he can say about the situation since it is not official.
I'm very optimistic about where our offseason is headed. We've got certainly work to do, but there are a lot of good players out there, and I am confident that we're really going to like where our team is once we get to opening day.
And that's fine. We completely understand that. Here's where I have a problem. This would be so much easier to take. This would be so much easier to really accept if he had been blown away with money by the Dodgers because that's what the Dodgers do. 3 years and $39 million. The Mets offered 3 and $36, and they were certainly willing to go up more to keep him. Dare I say, if the Mets had decided to offer a fourth year, they would have been keeping him. But this is where they went. I've heard a lot of fans go back and forth the last day or two about Edwin Diaz, about the fact that you would say that he was up and down in his Mets career. I get that. I understand why you would believe that. To me, he's one of the more reliable closers that we have in this game now. Mariano Rivera does not come along anymore. That guy does not exist, okay? That was just pure luck to have that happen. And the Yankees for years and years were smart enough to recognize his value and pay him as such and make sure that he never got away from them. Never really got an opportunity to get away from them. This is different. This is somebody that you could debate a little bit. I think it's a big loss. I would have rather have had a scenario where Devin Williams was setting up the closer in Edwin Diaz. I was very comfortable with Edwin Diaz being on the back end and paying Devin Williams closer money to be the 7th/8th inning guy. I have to pause for a second here. Can I ask a question? It looks like we have got a town hall meeting about trying to get the Bart Court cam on. Why is this so hard? Just send me the link. I'll give you my phone. We'll set it up. It's not hard. We don't have to have a town hall meeting about this out there. I'll hand you my phone.
Well, listen, Chris,
what's going on?
Just like the court system, we have our own system here.
Yeah, and our system sucks. This should be up by now. Why is this taking so long? This is not hard. Link. Click the link. Turn on the phone. Turn on the camera. All I ever want to do is have a good freaking show, and now we have so much trouble just tying our own damn shoelaces. Come on.
We have to double knot the shoelaces.
It's content. Man, my voice cracked.
Oh, wait, hang on. Voila, we've got it.
All right, I don't have it on the screen yet, but that's good to know.
We got it.
Jeez. That should have taken 2 seconds, and I'm looking out the door, and I'm seeing Jefferson and Ray and Jake Montgomery have a confab. Like, how are we going to do this? There he is. How hard is that? He's sitting in virtual court right now. Can we put the camera in next to him? You don't have to hold it up. Just put it in. That's why I said you can use my camera, my phone, because it's got a stand on it. Can we? It's not hard. I'm begging you. Just content. That's it. If I got to start the show without him, like I do every Friday because he's doing Get Up, can I at least use the comedic aspect of this? I don't even need the audio part. I just want him sitting there in front of his TV in virtual court. Please. All this over a traffic ticket. Had a physical a couple of weeks ago. I don't have blood pressure problems, but we're getting there. Okay? I had a lot of people reach out. I put out a video yesterday of my face and talking about how red I get in the winter, and if anybody has a skincare routine, I would happily welcome any sort of insight into that. Right now, I feel flushed because I'm so angry. It's not that hard. I'm glad we have it up and running. Even is Jefferson just standing out here with the camera? Is that what's going on? Send me the link. I will give you my phone that has a stand on the back of it. Just sit it next to him and let me look at him.
Can I let you in on a state secret?
What's that?
We sent you the link a few minutes ago.
Well, you didn't tell me.
I just found out now.
I don't see it there. Hang on. I'll click the link. This is unbelievable. Your name, Bart in court.
Can't wait to see what this is going to do to
Should
the
I use
video.
the front camera or the back camera? Or is that going to complicate things? The back camera will give us better quality. Headset, kill the mic. Here you go.
Oh, now we got like a weird situation going on.
Do we have a third camera?
Well, we've got two cameras. So we've got your phone on our link right now, as well as Jefferson's camera right now. So one of them.
But Jefferson is like standing in the hallway, and we might as well have a court artist right now drawing it instead, because it's looking through some cloudy glass. Sit the damn thing next to him, and just let it work from there.
We're getting there. We're getting there. The progress is being made.
Oh my God, Jefferson looks like he's The glass hasn't been cleaned in months, and it has been. Okay, so here we go. We're setting up the stand. Ray's getting it going. We might have to do the front cam. Might have to change that to front cam. Anyway.
It looks like we got a decent shot going.
Yeah,
right
I've got
now.
a lovely shot right now of the desk.
Well,
I'm a little behind.
Yeah, you're behind. I'm looking at the live view. It's looking better on the live view.
Okay. All right. Oh. Please turn us on YouTube right now.
And now I see a desk view.
By all means. And boy, he does not look happy. He does not look happy. He might not want this. If he doesn't want it, get it out of there. But I don't think that he has a problem with that. He doesn't look happy that he's sitting and waiting. And God, we've all been there. We've all been there in these kind of circumstances. Whew. I've got the shot of the desk again.
Yeah,
Hand me the phone. We'll switch it back to the front camera.
We're fixing
and that will
it's getting
handle
fixed
it
right now.
Oh my
It'll
Lord.
just be a little delayed, but it is getting fixed right now.
Oh my God. We are going to, and let's see, Javi from Queens checking in. I want a walk-off interview like the People's Court. Exactly. They have some papers for you to sign over there, sir. Let's talk to the winner over here. Oh my God.
This is
He
peak content
really
right
does
now.
not look happy. Is he? Hopefully he's not mad at me.
Well, we might have to ask him during the break. But for
Now
now,
I see the bottom of his face.
well, at least you're seeing something. You wanted a court cam? We're giving you a court cam.
Oh my God. All right. People, so many people are chiming in like this is what the show should be. You're so right. I would so much rather that this was the show. Like, let me just let you in behind the scenes here. Like, all right, we're going to talk about the Mets today. I'm ticked off about Edwin Diaz, but I was so much more ticked off about the fact that it has been this hard to get this to work, and that Bart is not in here to start the show because we're in virtual court, and I could at least have the entertainment factor from it. Please turn on YouTube right now. It is Bart eating his breakfast, sitting and waiting in court, and it does not look like he's terribly happy about this situation. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. All right. For the moment. Yeah, this Kalin checking in, as in Cato Kalin, I guess, ironically, court. Kalin checking in. These guys wouldn't last at TMZ.
TMZ had to start somewhere. We're starting somewhere, too.
Look at my head. It is so giant red. Eric, is this a Tubi movie?
I think we're getting into that territory.
This is amazing. Oh, my God. Please go turn it on. You're just sitting here. You're just watching Bart in court while I'm sitting here watching Bart. Anyway, I know if you're in your car, I'm sorry. This is an audio vehicle. That's how we began. That's what I'll always try to aspire to. But I want you to at least enjoy this video with me of him sitting there in virtual court right now. And I got to be honest, he really does not look happy.
No.
And I think he's just more ticked off about having to wait. I'm hoping. I don't think he's ticked off at us putting it here because I think he would have waved it off if he didn't want it. And that's not Bart. Like, he wants entertainment and all that. But, like, is somebody, like, they keep moving the camera around. Is somebody actually in there with him all the time? Is Ray in there with him all the time now?
Either him or Jefferson, I'm assuming. I can't see in the room from where I'm sitting right now, but it looks like somebody is continually trying to fix the camera.
Wow.
Gotta get the perfect angle.
I feel for him because I have been here before. You know, a few years ago, during the pandemic, my wife got federal grand jury duty. And that is not regular jury duty where you're just on one case. It's grand jury duty. And you have to go once a week for 6 months.
That sounds awful.
It was. And she had to do it from home. Even from home, virtual grand jury duty was awful. Right? I've been called in. I've never been on a jury, but she was on a grand jury. She got selected for it, and you had to go. It was like every Thursday for 6 months that you had to, like, you could miss like 2 of them, and you had to, like, if you were going on vacation or something like that.
It's like a college class.
Yeah.
They give her a syllabus and everything?
Basically, except it was all day. It was all day. You had to be in front of the camera on your computer from like 8:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. with, I think it was like a 45-minute lunch. And there would be some people, and I don't know if you guys have ever been on a Zoom call like this. There would be some people who just are way too comfortable being on a Zoom call. And I'm not talking about like naked or shirt off, but, and I see this every once in a while, people will be laying down on their bed with their head on their pillow on a Zoom call, like holding up the phone. Like, this is not, come on. How hard is it to just sit in front of your desk and your computer or on your phone?
See, listen, I had to do this because the pandemic happened when I was in college, so, like, I had to go through the process, but for classes. For that, I can understand a little bit more. For jury, I would think you'd have to be in, like, a reasonable, like, position.
We continue to monitor Bart's situation in virtual court right now on the ESPN New York YouTube page, and it's beautifully set up, Ray. Well done. Well done. We've got a great shot right now of Bart sitting in court. He just now fixed his hair a little bit, which I'm happy about. And we have a poll up over on the ESPN New York YouTube page as well. What is Bart upset about? Virtual court being delayed, or is Bart more upset at me for shooting this? Ray, you were in virtual court. You were sitting next to Bart trying to get this set up. Do you sense that Bart is more aggravated at the court situation or at us for trying to make content out of this?
1,000,000 times the court situation.
Really?
Yes.
Can you give us a quick feel? Like, again, we had somebody on the chat chiming in that this needs to be a walk-off interview situation like the People's Court, right? So can you give us a feel for what the tension is in there right now and exactly how he's doing?
Right. We'll get Doug Llewellyn on it. And he right
Doug
now...
Llewellyn, that's a name I have not heard in forever.
He right now is upset because the judge is nowhere to be found. So
the judge is nowhere to be found.
He and everyone else that is in line to be before this judge are just sitting there and waiting for the judge to return.
Wow. Oh, my God. What do we know? I don't know if I want to point out.
There's a license plate situation where he didn't have it on the front of his car. I'm not sure where it was registered.
Oh, okay. I
that's
mean,
the situation.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it a municipality that we want to reference or not? Probably not.
I didn't get those deets.
Okay.
We'll leave those to be anonymous.
Yeah, we don't need to point out the municipality that he's dealing with. But for those who are just joining us, the first 25 minutes of the show have been dedicated to the fact that Bart is 20 feet away from us, if that, across the hallway from the studio, in a conference room, sitting in virtual court for a traffic ticket. So we have now decided that the best way to go about this without him is, we'll talk a little bit about the Mets, and I got into it for a few minutes. That's fine. But more than anything, I'm more entertained by looking at Bart, seeing how aggravated he might be. There is a hashtag free Bart out there right now from court. Oh, my God. Ray, what the blank was the blank with that camera? Jesus, that was stressful. That's what Dylan wants to know. Bart is going to be sitting there for like 6 to 8. Oh, my God. Don't do that to the man. Don't do that to the man. SJC on the chat. Rick has the judge in a headlock somewhere. So anyway, we will continue to monitor the situation. We will leave the Bart court cam up. There will be no audio to it because I don't want to end up in jail myself. I don't even know if that's against the law. But we'll just get to enjoy the visceral reactions from Bart Scott as he is in court. Please do that at the ESPN New York YouTube page. It is Bart and Carlin. I'm here. He's across the hall in virtual court on ESPN New York.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
In Brooklyn, big backups on the inbound Gowanus 278 eastbound into the Prospect. An accident blocking at least one lane. Those delays go almost back to the Verrazano Bridge. Bell Parkway delays both ways at Lefferts Boulevard. Accident, one lane is closed each way. Grand Central Parkway eastbound at Jewel Avenue. An accident, left lane closed. Heavy and steady, Harlem River Drive, FDR combo southbound for the 130s all the way down to the 60s on this gridlock alert day. The Southern State Parkway eastbound with a crash at the Meadowbrook Parkway. One lane is closed. And in Rockland, still that overturned tractor-trailer on the Palisades Center Drive right near the mall and the Thruway. Overturned tractor-trailer partially blocking that ramp. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay. Bart has joined us in studio for the moment.
I've had enough.
Well, hang on. This is dangerous. This is not a situation we want to be in. First of all, somebody needs to go and grab the virtual court cam, which is sitting in the other room. So fill us in here. What's going on?
Man, my mom said, "Hey, baby, I got a ticket for you."
We're going to leave the virtual court cam up, though, and I'm going to just have it pointing at Bart here, sitting here at the same time as we're having him in the studio.
So she said, "Baby, don't forget, you got court." She's been telling me this for like a month, right? I'm like, and I can't like.
Was it for up in Michigan or was it for here?
It's for here.
Okay.
But because my permanent address is at my Michigan address, so I'm like, all right, Ma, I'll go. So I said, okay, because I can't just call and just pay the ticket. So I'm sitting.
They won't let you?
They don't even. I don't even know what I'm in here for.
Wait, hang on a second. You have a court date for something that you don't even know what it is.
Something in 2023.
Okay.
Whatever it is,
let's leave it up and running.
Put it right here. Whatever it is for 2023. So
my thing hit the Apple Pay.
It's supposed to start. It's supposed to start at 9 a.m. I came into work at 3 o'clock. I came into work at 8:30, expecting that I would get called. They would say, "Mr. Scott, how do you plead?" I would say guilty. Then they would say, "Okay, that's $34 and $24 in court costs."
$34,
bro. It's people on there for a front plate. You make a person show up for court for a front plate for $34. It is an old man on. It is a old man on my iPad right now. That is my warrior spirit. He's my avatar. He has his whole hand over his face. He's slouched down in his seat. And he looks like he wants to end it all. That's me. I hate Jersey. This is the most,
This isn't Jersey, bud. This is court. This is everywhere. This is everywhere. Why? I can't seem to establish a connection now at some point. The Bart court cam is down.
But why do you have to come and appear in court for a $24 ticket? I mean, a $34 ticket.
Listen.
No points, $34. And the dude was like, yeah. It was 20. The court cost was more than what the ticket cost was.
Just another case of the man keeping us down.
and then no matter what, I'm always the last person to get picked.
It got disconnected, the camera? We're all over the map here.
I tell you who wasn't disconnected.
My camera's up. If we want to face it at Bart, let's see how that looks. That is the Bart court cam.
Are you hoping that the Knicks?
All right.
I got you.
Yeah.
Are you hoping that the Knicks win this tournament? It seems like they're truly invested in it.
I wasn't even talking about it. I was talking about you for the first 20 minutes.
Oh, that's funny.
I got into the Mets for about 5 seconds because here's what's happened. Listen, the absurdity of this situation to begin with.
Yes,
okay?
I'm at work as a grown person because I didn't want to miss work because of court. I got to go to court. So I say it's virtual court, so I'll just do it here at 9 o'clock. Look at that. I'll just do it here at 9 o'clock.
That is the Bart court cam that is up right now. It is just my phone next to Bart's face. Again, ESPN New York YouTube page. It is there right now live. I would encourage all to go and check that out.
So I guess Tom is my court-appointed lawyer.
I got people from SNY offering to send over technical managers to help us out. I lost my mind because 5 minutes in, I said, can we get a virtual cam?
Yeah.
And all the virtual cam is taking my phone,
that's all it
clicking the link, and putting it next to you. And I look up while we're supposedly setting that up, and I've got a conference of 5 guys out there, 3 guys out there, Ray, Jefferson, Jake Montgomery. Here's the phone. Just go set it up next to him and turn the mic off.
At first,
this takes 2 seconds. If I can figure this out, anybody can.
At first, the kid was filming from there. I was about to punch him in the face.
Yes, and then he's filming from the outside
with the
through the glass.
Yeah.
It looked like you were in court in Hungary where they put people behind that glass.
That's what I feel about it. At least they didn't wheel me out here in the Brittany Griner cage.
Well, so right now they have a situation where your camera is still up in the other room. Is that correct? No, is that what's going on? So you have Bart. I know I shouldn't go to you because we're listening in to make sure when Bart's number gets called,
yes, correct,
that he can then go in and go to court,
correct,
and figure out what's going on. So you weren't even like fighting a ticket of any sort here.
No, I can care less. 24. Like first of all,
because I had your back if it was that.
First of all, I got a Michigan. First of all, you'll be my character witness.
Absolutely.
First of all, I mean, it's
I have fought the courts on occasion, and I'm not speaking ill of our law enforcement community at all.
Yeah, long as I don't get a piece, long as I don't get a points, I can care less. It's just money at that point.
Right. You don't want your insurance to go up. That's
exactly.
That's the biggest thing.
Exactly. So at some point,
if it's not a moving violation, which it doesn't sound like it is, I don't think it will be.
If it's Weehawken, it might be not failure to signal when changing lanes. It's something like that. Or not having a front plate, or not having my current registration with me, but the car was always registered.
Right.
That's what you get driving down River Road.
Ray, can you give us a quick update on the court situation?
What I'm saying is this seems like there's a lot piling up here. It could be.
What? Are they calling him? Oh, no. Don't talk to Ray because the court is speaking right now.
Bro, but it's muted.
And again, I was not going to put them.
Okay.
I was not going to air the audio of that live. That would have been bad. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to put the audio of court on live when we don't have permission to do that.
Well, it's being recorded. Who cares?
I know. I put the video of you sitting there without the audio up, so they couldn't hear that.
Tom, can you tell us what the last violation was? What was the court cost? $24 and $34 in court cost. That's crazy. Ridiculoso, man. It's a waste of breath.
Well, it got me through 40 minutes.
I want to know what Ace got to say because he calling me crazy. And he don't know how crazy I am. I am crazy.
Ace,
but I don't know why Ace thinks I'm crazy.
Ace in Brooklyn. Go ahead, Ace. What's going on?
How you doing, Bart? How you doing, Carlin?
I'm not doing good, Ace, man. I'm in court right now, Ace.
But you know what? You should know just how hard the entire YouTube community is fighting for you right now. A lot of hashtag free Bart.
They see themselves with me.
Yeah, because we've all been there.
We've all been there.
We have all been there. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, now I wanted to say, Bart, I love you, but your point yesterday when you said nobody on the Knicks is safe when it comes to Giannis, I think you're absolutely tweaking. You're bugging.
How?
We've seen what the Knicks look like with a superstar and no point guard during the Melo years. We've seen what Giannis looks like with just a point guard with Damian Lillard. It's not a championship team.
But tell me this. Is it easier to replace Brunson or is it easier to find a Greek freak that's a point center / forward, defense and offense, and unstoppable in a champion MVP? Can they you don't think they're better with
30 years? I think it's easier to find another superstar. Because look, we found Melo. We have not had a point guard in over 30 years.
Brunson's the only superstar on the team. Let me tell you this: they could trade Brunson, bring in Dennis Schroeder. They can bring in Schroeder, and they'll go farther with Giannis and Schroeder than they will with just Brunson and what they have now.
I have to tell you, I'm just more entertained right now by the chat. The chat is amazing on the YouTube page as it's going. Held your head up high, Bart. This is intriguing. Bart, remember, fight the power. Free Bart.
We shall overcome.
Production team, I'm with you. Shouldn't have misunderstood the fight. Let's see here. What else? This is hilarious. Was in the car and couldn't get home fast enough to see Bart in court. # free Bart.
The man is always trying to hold me down, man.
And right now, the camera is at an angle of shooting Bart while he is sitting next to me. Still, the computer is on in the other room, waiting for Bart's court number to come up, and then he will depart. I will need you to take my phone with you and be the camera.
Now, my date was supposed to be, my time was supposed to be 9 a.m.
Well, you and apparently 71 other people.
Who knew?
Now, the other good news here is that if you were worried that the camera, which was shooting you from a lower angle, there were many saying in the chat that you, in fact, do not have any boogers hanging down. No bats in the belfry, so to speak. So you're all good there.
That's because I keep that mucus low. You know what I'm saying? Get that zinc. You know what I'm saying? That mucinex, make sure I ain't got no buildup.
Yeah, you don't non-dairy. You're staying out of it. We don't need to create any mucus.
I'm fascinated with people thinking that anybody should be safe for Giannis, right? You can get Giannis and get a point guard by trading any other pieces.
All right, we got to get back to that in a minute because we got Tannenbaum in a minute.
Okay.
Mike, was Bart ever in virtual court that he was late for a team meeting?
Hey, listen, we had a lot of guys that had court dates. You can go Braylon Edwards, drunk driving.
We remember.
I was never, you know what I'm saying? I'm Gucci.
This is about a license plate.
Yeah. License plate or either, because I don't know which one of my cars I was driving at the time. So it's either that or it's either illegal tint or not having a front plate. I refuse to screw a cheap ass license plate in a $500,000 car.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Stay with us as we continue to monitor Bart in court. # free Bart on ESPN New York.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law, Bite Back.
When you're streaming Stranger Things on Netflix,
hurry! Okay, wait!
Don't take slow for an answer. Switch to Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. And this holiday season, get Netflix and so much more on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today.
Whoa, did you see that?
Optimum. Don't take slow for an answer. Netflix subscription required. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Murray to the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat, score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair bill could wipe you out. Just ask Ludacris.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet. Without Endurance, a worn-out timing belt could cost you $1,700. A busted transmission, that's $4,000 easy. An engine meltdown, $7,000. But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again. With Endurance, your car's most expensive parts are covered. Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work. With Endurance, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
If your car is under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Choose the name Ludacris trusts, Endurance. Right now, get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. For your free quote, call 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958.
This college football payback is brought to you by Venmo.
The year was 2010. The date, November 6th. The Kansas Jayhawks were down 45-17 with 14:52 left in the game. The Jayhawks exploded to score the final 35 points to capture the largest comeback in Jayhawk history, winning 52-45. Freshman running back James Sims scored 4 tuds, including the game winner with 52 seconds remaining.
Brought to you by Venmo. This football season, score more with Venmo.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Well, here's the good news. We've got a lawyer on the line.
I got my attorney with me, baby.
It's time now for the Mike Tannenbaum Report. It's brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Mike, we appreciate it. We got a little different situation here. I don't know if you've been apprised yet, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
Bart had a virtual court date at 9 a.m. this morning. He is still sitting in the waiting room. Now, we had the virtual court cam on Bart. Really was a big hit on our YouTube channel. Now, Bart has come in and is just waiting for his number to get called before he shows up for a violation that he's not even sure of. So we're probably going to need you to apprise us of his legal rights at this point.
Well, before that, I need you to type in for me. I need you to come into virtual and be my representation, because if you got a lawyer, then they'll leave you alone. There's been people in there that's been represented, and they're just there. They just say yes, and then the lawyer talks, and it's basically getting reduced to like $34.
Listen, you might have to do a Sports Center hit, but can we blow that off and do this in court instead?
Bart, are you ready to pay my hourly rate, or are you looking for a retainer agreement? You tell me, the economics here.
Well, I promised to promote, what I'm saying, the
33rdteam.com.
The 33rd team, and I promised to buy 13 cases of X2.
All right. Your deal.
So we don't even know what he did. Good. Bart doesn't even know what he did, Mike.
It's from 2023. And my mom was just like, baby, you got to go. You got to court now. I'm like, she's like, promise. She texted me this morning. I was just going to blow it off.
Mike, listen, I'm no lawyer. That seems to me to be a poor legal strategy.
I would say pay it the $34 and move on. Yeah.
Because you know what? In Shawshank Redemption, when he was like, I doubt if they come sending a cavalry for an old guy like me or for a violation. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's get a little football. Mike, we appreciate it, as always. Good to have you with us. Let's first talk about the situation here with the Jets and where they stand as far as the quarterback for the future. When you are a GM and you are in their position where you've been there before, where you've had a lot of picks and you're evaluating what may not be the strongest of quarterback classes, but you have options for the next couple of years. Take me through what that process is like, trying to figure out what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, I think it comes down to, hey, like, we got to look at every possible solution here outside of Phillip Rivers, which is, unbelievably improbable. But, look, I philosophically always felt like you should trade up when the character and the talent, match. For us, we were very lucky. We traded up for Darrelle Revis. We traded up for David Harris, and, those things worked out. And, if you like quarterback X and the price is on the high end of fair, I think if you're the Jets, you probably have to consider it because, typically you're not going to find your quarterback in free agency. And to sit here and say, hey, well, we'll do it in 2027, there's just so many variables that's a long, long way away.
Yeah, but I was about to ask that because it seems like it's dangerous, but it seems like I don't know, like with what happened with Tyrod Taylor, if you can trust him to be your number two. Because he's shown 2 times this year that you need to call on him for maybe an extended period of time, maybe a game or 2 games. We watched Mac Jones, 5 games. We watched Davis Mills 3 games. In this today's football, every once in a while you got guys that play all 18, all 17. But for the most likely part, you're going to need extended time from your backup. We saw Lamar Jackson. Can you count on Tyrod Taylor to be that guy, or do you have to go and invest in a guy like Mac Jones and say, hey, if you knock it out the park, you can be the quarterback, you can be the Baker Mayfield. Everybody's trying to be Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and we thought Daniel Jones. So how will you assess the backup role for the Jets?
Yeah, I think it's really both guys. Like when you look about what's going on in the league, certainly, the Colts are the most recent example, but, they had Anthony Richardson. They had Riley Leonard to back up Daniel Jones, and now they're going with a 45-year-old. And to me, if you could have Mac Jones and Tyrod Taylor, maybe Justin Fields and a draft choice, at least you'll know you have enough guys to get through the year. I think the way player health and safety is, the rules are, I think having 3 good quarterbacks is pretty important.
Mike, unfortunately, Bart has just been called into court. His number was called, so he had to go to the other room. We have court cam on, and for those who want to watch Bart in court without the audio, I'm assuming, Mike, probably not the best idea for us to try to air court live, but maybe just the video of Bart.
Chris, I feel like it's like deli, right? Like you're in line at a deli and they call your number.
Exactly. Except this appears to be more random than anything else. So for those interested, you can still watch visually on YouTube right now, and we will keep you updated on the situation of Bart in virtual court. But I do want to go back for a second to your first answer in regards to how you're evaluating the quarterbacks, because you said something interesting. Mike Tannenbaum is with us that I wouldn't necessarily think of being the case. So with all these picks that they have, as a GM, are you thinking more right now, because of all the variables you mentioned, about the solid information I have on this class and relying on that more than what could possibly be a year from now, even though I might have more assets?
Without question, because you just don't know what's going to happen. Does Arch Manning stay for another year? Kate Klubnik, Lenore Sellers took a little bit of a step back this year. You just don't know. You don't know if Patrick Mahomes wakes up one day and retires. You just don't know. And because of it, if there's something within reason at the quarterback position, Chris, a bird in hand is worth, 2 or 3 in the bush.
Mike, when we look at the Giants right now, the head coaching situation, if you are looking for a coach, how paramount is it, given what they have gone through before over the last few hires, to have somebody who has done it before?
I don't necessarily know if that's outcome determinative, Chris, because I think you want to get a leader of men, somebody that can hold people accountable, somebody that can hire a great staff. If they have experience, that's great. But if somebody else comes in and knocks your socks off, I don't think somebody should be eliminated because they haven't done it before.
All right, Mike, we're going to let you go. I'm going to let you go, and you can watch Bart in court, and maybe we have to bring you back as a legal analyst later on to let us know what happened here, okay?
All right. Thanks, Chris.
It's Mike Tannenbaum, of course, the former Jet GM, the former Dolphin GM, and that was the Mike Tannenbaum Report brought to you by Samuel Institute for Pain Management. For a pain-free life, visit SamuelPain.com. All right, now Bart has returned to his virtual courtroom situation across the hall. You can watch that live right now as we do the show on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Bart and Carlin. We have the Bart cam on visiting him. Now, Tom, can you take us through what happened there in those last minutes when Bart's number was called?
Yeah, so I saw like a notification that said he was invited to a breakout room. And so I said, oh, this is probably something that Bart needs to be here for. So then I signaled Bart, and then Bart came and grabbed his laptop, and then we had Ray follow him out with the phone, and that's why there was a lot of chaos going on in the background.
Right, the phone was a lot of shots of Ray's pants and the floor and a table, but it is now set up. And again, ESPN New York YouTube page, #FreeBart. Leave your comments as he is in virtual traffic court today. That was scheduled, by the way, for 9 a.m. It is now 10:57 a.m. in a particular municipality in New Jersey. We will keep you updated on this situation and when, in fact, we have a resolution to it. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
That's the gavel. That's from DHR. Well, that doesn't even sound like a gavel. You can now even watch Bart sitting in virtual court during the break. We have set it up so it's not even just we'll be right back. Now you can see Bart in court, in virtual court during the break. Here is the latest. I went in to check in. He got put into one breakout room with somebody else in a Zoom and then got moved somewhere else, and we are back in a holding pattern. We do not know what the situation is. Once again, I would direct your attention to the ESPN New York YouTube page where you can watch and find out exactly what is going on with our guy Bart, who had a 9 a.m. court date today, virtual court date, regarding some sort of violation back in 2023. He is unclear on what that violation is. We're not sure whether we established for sure that it was a moving violation or it was something to do with a license plate. Whatever it is, Bart is sitting across the hall from us right now in court on his iPad waiting to get his name called. We thought that his number was getting called because he was asked to join a breakout session. That is when Tom took him out of here and escorted him into the courtroom. And now we sit and we wait. We sit and we wait, New York. Again, ESPN New York YouTube page, which the chat today, people, just bravo. I have had some comments, and I have to apologize to those who put it out there because the creativity was fantastic, but they have been coming so fast and furious. I am scrolling through, and I can't give credit to the people that need it, including the gentleman who said 50 Cent is trying to buy the rights to this.
Bart is talking to Chris. He stepped into the room for our radio
Bart, oh, my goodness. Bart has been removed. So what does that mean now? Bart had his finger to his... Here, turn on this mic real quick. You got to go? Okay. Hang on a second. I can't explain this properly. Bart had his finger to his temple?
Yeah, so she said have the guy that's hitting himself in the head remove him from the court.
So you were not hitting yourself in the head like frustrated with the process?
I didn't know my camera was on because I was trying to remember you said I was here. So I was in the prosecutor room so that I took myself out. So I'm trying to figure out like how to get back in. He said have him removed. So now the prosecutor, I'm trying to zoom back in and they won't let me in the courtroom.
Look at this. Oh, my God.
2 hours.
The system is broken, people. 2 hours. And now he had his finger to his temple. He wasn't pounding himself on the head like, what the hell's wrong with this? This is an injustice. This is crap. This is total crap. My goodness. Get Tannenbaum back on the phone. Get him on a Zoom. Let's get him in there, and let's get this straightened out. It's getting more and more. This is the best hour of radio I've done since I've been back. I'm not going to lie. And that says a lot because it hasn't been good, but it's the best I can give you.
I'm going to call the Marconis after this.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said, some of the chat comments the chat has just been phenomenal today on the YouTube page at ESPN New York YouTube page, including 50 Cent is buying the rights to this right now. It's going to make a documentary out of this. We got, I'll represent Bart pro bono. That's Scott. in there. There's Court Cam. Johnny Blaze just plead the fifth like Chappelle, Bart. It has been really, really good. It has been really good.
Should we call John D'Agostino?
But that's personal injury stuff, and I don't want to ask John to do something that he does, is out of his purview. You don't want lawyers to be in there and, they're not comfortable with the situation.
D'Agostino, law, bite back.
There it is. There it is. I'll tell you, I met John here a few weeks ago. I wouldn't mind having that guy represent me. That guy, you can tell, it's a tough thing. I don't think there have been people asking for a Trump pardon. I don't think he'll be getting that anytime soon, unfortunately. Although he might, well, never mind. A lot of people saying call D'Agostino. Municipal court in Jersey always sucks. No, it's not just Jersey. Okay? We've all been in situations like this. And I want to be clear. I also feel for the court people as well. I understand they have a tough job on their hands. Let's be clear about that. But if they misinterpreted my guy's gesture with his finger, just holding his hand to his head, not looking aggravated in any way, and they took that to mean that Bart is like hitting his head out of aggravation, throw him out of court? No. I will not stand for that crap. You think you can tell what the hell's going on with a Zoom? That's like trying to read tone in a text message. That's like the worst thing you could possibly try to do. You have no idea what's going on the other side. Somebody pointing out that this is personal injury, not your average Joe. That's kind of fair, too. Emotional damage, Bart. Now, here comes Bart right now. You cannot get back into court? Is that the deal?
They keep kicking me out.
They keep kicking you
out?
5
people. It was 35 people or 35 people in court. It's down to the last 4. And now the prosecutor or whatever keep removing me from court.
Well, what does that mean they keep removing? Like they're not going to hear your case and hold it against you?
I've been sitting on hold literally since 9 o'clock.
This is crap.
She said, could you please remove the gentleman that's hitting himself in the head?
But you want remove the gentleman that's hitting himself in the head like you're a child?
My point. Without even having a conversation about what I was doing, what was going on, has no idea. I couldn't get through. They had me in the prosecutor room. I was trying to figure out the Zoom to find out how.
And nobody has talked to you about what the problem is.
Nobody said anything.
Get this straightened out. I'll get Tannenbaum back on our horn if we need to. This is total crap. I love our country in every way, but today I'm losing a little bit of faith in the system. You're throwing my man out for something that you're alleging that he did not do. And I know him. I know that Bart is going to handle himself in the right way in these situations when that camera is on. So if he just has his finger to his temple and he's not doing it, that's not a gesture of annoyance. Everybody's got a tough job. We get it. It's not easy right now. It's not easy to do anything right now. Not easy to do a radio show without having to sneeze. But here he is, sitting in virtual court across the hallway right now, and they threw him out of the courtroom. Some people want Sharpton called. You want Reverend Al in there to advocate for Bart? I could see that. Grounds for a mistrial. Any legal people? Excellent question. I don't know if we have grounds for a mistrial here, Isaac. This is a great question. There are all kinds of legal questions that are raised here. Call Jackie Childs. This is just bizarre. This is just flat out freaking bizarre. My guy just going on some sort of traffic violation that we don't even know is a moving violation. Not your average Joe. Imagine Carlin doing play-by-play of court every day. I'd be a lot more prepared than I was today. Like I would have all the notes on the judge and what their, prosecution record is and all of that. Gilberto in Brooklyn is up next on ESPN New York. Gilberto, what's up?
Yo, Carlin.
Yo.
The court officer that listens to you every morning just informed Judge Judy that you had a camera and you had it on ESPN. Okay? That's why they removed Bart from the courtroom, because they say that you guys are making a spectacle of this, and I would advise you to back off.
We're not. They didn't say anything about that. They didn't say anything about that, and we don't have.
They don't have to say it.
We don't have any
They
audio.
don't have to say it.
How do you know?
Go ahead. Because the courts rule. You know that. They don't have to tell you. They'll tell you when they make their decision, and then you could figure it out.
Is this
But you're a
America?
hell of a
I thought
teammate.
this was America.
You're a hell of a teammate, Carlin. I like the way you be backing up Bart, man, and that's why everybody on YouTube is also being supportive, and so am I.
Oh my God! Thank you, Gilberto. This I hope that's not. I hope I haven't caused a problem here in court in New Jersey, but I don't think so because we don't have the audio up, and and the only video we have is of Bart sitting there. So like, it's not anything that could be construed as having a live camera in court. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing here is trying to ascertain exactly what it is our judicial system is prioritizing at the moment. Holding this against my guy. And I feel for everybody involved here. Nobody wins. Nobody wins in any of this. It's amazing. And in the chat, to be clear, out of the thousands of comments that we are getting coming into the chat on the ESPN New York YouTube page as we speak, thousands of comments that are coming in. And I'm not being facetious when I say that. There has been one person that has said, can we please get back to sports? Everybody else would rather talk about this. You want to talk about the Jets? You want to talk about the Giants? You want to talk about Edwin Diaz leaving and you don't know what the hell the Mets are doing? You want to talk about Bart sitting in virtual court? That's what I thought. A lot of people concerned that this might leak into the sour hour, as they're calling it, or the power hour. Oh, my God. I hope I'm not getting called in front of ESPN Legal for this. That would suck. Everybody agreeing this is more intriguing. We can talk about, how can we talk about anything else? We can't, Javi. We can't. Anyway. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. For any of those who are unaware of what our situation is today, Bart is in virtual court across the hallway from me on his laptop. It is from some sort of a violation back in 2023. He showed up here at 8:30 this morning to get his computer set up for a 9 o'clock court date. It is now 11:13 a.m. He couldn't start the show with us, so we decided to set up a camera to have a live shot of Bart across the hall on our YouTube page so you could see exactly what was going on with our guy as he was dealing with whatever this is. He's not even exactly clear on what the violation is. We don't think it's like a moving violation or speeding or anything like that. It might be something like not properly having a license plate on the front of the car, or maybe it's, illegal tinting, like you can't tint your windows in New Jersey. I think you can only do the back windows. It used to be the rule, but you couldn't do any of the side windows. I don't know. We don't know what it is. But what we're trying to find out is why he was thrown out of court a few moments ago while he was waiting. The judge said, the gentleman who is hitting his head, take him out of the courtroom. Bart had his fingers, his two fingers, his index finger and his middle finger, just held to his temple, trying to figure out exactly where to go. And he cannot get back into court right now because they think he was hitting his head in frustration and being kind of a wise guy, so they took him out of court. And either they're going to make him last or they're going to try to make an example of him. And I will not stand for that either. I will not stand for somebody trying to make an example of Bart. Wow. And I apologize to our audio audience right now. I'm sorry. But I'm trying to give you the best radio play-by-play of the situation that I can. Bart is simply, right now, he is just simply sitting at a desk in a conference room at a table, hoping that this gets resolved here shortly. For those who are with us in the YouTube chat and have provided the commentary today, I thank you because you're helping the show. A lot of people are upset about this injustice. A lot of people saying that Allie's saying he hopes Rick and Dave are watching this whole thing. Okay. They need to find an office with a window so Carlin can lift his shirt and press his man boobs against the glass like Midnight Express. I don't know that that's helping anybody. Nobody needs to see that. Yeah. Anyway. Should we step aside for a moment so we get Field ready? We're going to get Field Yates in a minute.
We could do that.
Well, why don't we do that? We're calling an audible for a moment. We will keep you updated on this. Field Yates is going to join us here in a few minutes to discuss the Jets. I don't know that Field has a law degree. I wouldn't be shocked if he did. But we'll apprise him of that situation. But we'll talk also about his latest mock draft, which is up on ESPN.com today, in which he has the Jets trading up from the 7th pick, where they currently are, with the Giants for the number 1 overall pick to get Fernando Mendoza. And it's early. It's mock. I understand all of that. You want to talk about whether or not they're going to win this week? Come on. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this holiday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get Netflix, a 5-year price lock, and $100 back, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM.
At Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right, for those just joining us, Bart right now sitting in virtual court across the hallway from us. The Bart Court Cam is on the ESPN New York YouTube page. That's our situation. We will keep you updated. He's already been thrown out of the courtroom, apparently, in some miscarriage of justice. So we'll as we can provide clarity, we certainly will. For the moment, let's get distracted from this. Let's talk a little football. Let's welcome in Field Yates, of course, ESPN NFL draft analyst, the First Draft Podcast insider as well. Does an amazing job, and he's got a new mock draft out today on ESPN.com. And yes, it's early to be talking about this, but Field, here we have nothing else. We have nothing else between the Giants and Jets. And when I looked at your mock draft this morning and you have the Giants actually making a trade with the Jets and the Jets trading up to get Fernando Mendoza, color me intrigued.
Perfect.
Good morning.
Was this catnip for you guys?
Oh, my God.
Perfect for ESPN New York Radio. And so a couple of notes here. The draft order that I use is the draft order if the season ended today. Not only are there 4 weeks left of action, but it's worth noting that there are a lot of games between teams that are taking very high right now. For example, you have the Jets playing the Saints in the coming weeks. You have the Giants playing the Commanders. You have the Giants playing the Raiders in Week 17. So there's a lot of moving and shaking that will take place of that order before you know it. That being said, if the Giants are picking number one, they're not going to keep that pick, right? That would be illogical to me because the two most obvious paths to go down with the first pick in this year's draft class would be a quarterback or a pass rusher. The Giants checked off both of those boxes last year, and they added Abdul Carter to an already talented pass rush group. They have one of the best rushers in the NFL in Brian Burns. So I think the Giants would be a logical trade down team if they get the number one pick, which I don't think is likely, but it could happen. And the Jets, of course, have as much draft capital as anybody in the NFL over the next 3 years. And I don't know that the Jets think Fernando Mendoza is the player that you push, maybe not all of your chips, but many of your chips into the middle of the table for. But I believe he's the best quarterback in this year's draft class. And if the Jets have conviction on him, then nobody is better equipped to make an offer to move up from pick number 7 to pick number 1. So it's at least within the realm of possibilities.
Okay, so let's talk about Mendoza part of this first. This was not somebody that was on the radar when we talked about how great this draft class could be 6 months ago. It was not somebody that was remotely talked about in terms of being the number one pick or even a first-round pick. So take me through where he has separated himself this year. Is it more about what he has done, or is it more about what others have not?
Yeah, so let's talk about the second element first. This draft class has taken a borderline U-turn with some of the quarterback prospects that were touted coming into the year. Cade Klubnik from Clemson and Garrett Nussmeier from LSU and Drew Aller from Penn State and Arch Manning from Texas all either have had bad seasons or are not going to be in the draft this upcoming year. So we definitely have seen the quarterback room take a spin. That much is clear. I think Mendoza and Dante Moore is a good conversation. I think that one of the things that we do often in pre-draft coverage is we rank players and we assume that like that order is set in stone and it's not sort of subject to negotiation. These are two different types of quarterbacks, right? If I were to ask you, and like if you were to be asked the question, Chris, like who's a better player, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen last season? Those guys were neck and neck for first team All-Pro. I think you could have 30 reasonable minds split the vote 15 apiece. I'm not saying that it's going to be 50-50 in terms of which quarterback the GMs prefer out of the top two, but Fernando Mendoza, who's got north of 30 starts already, has a more prototypical build. He's a bigger, stouter quarterback than Dante Moore. And I think he is a better overall passer than Dante Moore. Big, powerful arm with all-field accuracy and all-field arm strength as well. Dante Moore, who's a redshirt sophomore, so he has an opportunity to go back for 2 more seasons, but has started under 20 games at Oregon. There's some thought that he might return to school for 1 more year. He's 206 pounds, which is the same listed weight as Jaden Daniels coming out of college, a slender-built quarterback, but he's incredibly innovative. He's got this ability to use a bunch of different arm angles, got very good downfield accuracy, played great in some big games this year. So Dante Moore, I think, is also in that conversation, but Mendoza has the slight edge in my personal rankings.
What about the Moore factor? When you speak in general now about prospects, how much more are you thrown off by a guy that hasn't played as much in college? Because it feels like those are the guys that are not making it in the league more often.
Yeah, I think like anything, any sort of investments you make, any bets you make, any roll of the dice that you take, the more certainty you have, the better, right? That's what we're all looking for. We're all looking for players that or things in life where, you feel like you have a higher odds of succeeding. And, one of the better ways of predicting future success is having some level of exposure to that player. And so for Mendoza at 30, I think the number is now 33 after the Ohio State game this past weekend, he's got the real opportunity to start 36 games in his college career before he comes out. Dante Moore is, I think, now at 18 starts. That number could be, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it gets past the first round of the college football playoff against James Madison, but it could be at 20 by the time he finishes up his college career. There's players who have had smaller sample sizes that have thrived, right? Drake May played just 2 seasons at North Carolina, 1 year as a redshirt and then 2 years as a starter, and he's been outstanding. There have been guys who have had a ton of exposure and have made us feel better about things, even if I think the ceiling for Bo Nix is a little bit lower than a guy like Drake May or one of these other young quarterbacks. Bo Nix has 5 college seasons under his belt, and we felt like he was going to be close to a ready-made product. He's become a very solid quarterback for the Broncos. So more exposure definitely helps, but there are certain players who the sample size is small, and you can't ignore the upside that we end up taking them still.
Field Yates is with us, ESPN NFL insider and draft analyst, and, of course, host of the First Draft podcast. Bart is out of court. We will get that situation.
Hey!
We don't – I want to tease it. Hold all information for the moment. Mm-hmm. We will get to that at the end of Field. Have you any questions for Field?
I do. Outside of the quarterback position, if the Jets decide to punt and push the decision to 2027 when Arch is coming out, maybe if Moore stays in, what's the best position group, and who's the best player in this draft?
Yeah, so I think the best player, and this is it's kind of interesting. I think it requires a touch of nuance when we're discussing the best player in the draft, because I think we'd all agree, and if either of you disagree, feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but a solid starting quarterback is more valuable than any other position in the NFL. I use Myles Garrett as a good example here. Myles Garrett is, I think, on the short list, if not the best non-quarterback in the league. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Probably. Yeah, I don't think there's much doubt anymore
hard to
right
argue,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Myles Garrett has not driven much winning, right? Whereas you take a solid starting quarterback, and you can decide who you think is a solid starting quarterback in the NFL. They've got a better chance of driving winning in this league, right? So I think that you can make the case for Arvell Reese from Ohio State, pass rusher / stand-up inside linebacker, as the best player in the draft class, because you might feel like he is the safest bet to become very good at his specific position. I just don't know that a 10 or 12 sack guy is as valuable as a solid starting quarterback. And so if you have the chance to get a solid starting quarterback and maybe a great starting quarterback, that to me means you might have to roll the dice. And that to me means you also may have to grade that player higher accordingly. As far as position groups that I like this year, I do like the edge rusher class beyond Arvell Reese. It's not like there's this guy we don't have an Abdul Carter, and I understand it's been a slow start to his NFL career, but a guy who came into the NFL with not just a lot of college production, but also rare traits. I think that we don't have, one of the Bosa brothers coming out of Ohio State, or Abdul Carter last year out of Penn State, or Micah Parsons coming out of Penn State. What we do have a decent amount of, though, is just really rock-solid edge rushers. So a good class there. I think there are 4 wide receivers that are first-round locks this year as well. So a good year for wideouts. Kind of some moving targets along the offensive line, but given how much the NFL has an offensive line issue, I won't be surprised if we still find 3 to 4 offensive linemen going in the first 32 picks.
Field, love it. Appreciate a few minutes, and thank you for the content.
You bet, guys. Talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Field Yates, ESPN NFL insider and NFL draft analyst. I had more questions, but I also have more questions here.
Huh.
Bart is back with us.
Yep.
Do we have a resolution to the case?
We do not.
What's the situation?
So I called the prosecutor. The prosecutor called and said, "Hey, do you want to plead guilty? It'd be $50." So what the violation is, in 2023, I have a 1996 Chevy Impala that I bring out every blue moon, and I don't have a front plate on it. So it's for not failure to have a clear plate. So I didn't have a front
failure
plate.
to have a clear plate on a car that you bring out.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
So it's a classic. So
Royale Broham.
Right. So it's failure
the
to
Impala,
have.
I love it.
So the violation was $50 and $24 in court costs. As I was trying to get in, when you said, "Hey, you're on," I guess the prosecutor had taken me out of the Zoom and put me to a private room to discuss it. I didn't understand that, so I went back and went back to the main part.
So go back into the courtroom.
Right, to the courtroom. And then I'm trying to figure out, because I can't hear anybody, so I put my hands on my temple, and I was like hitting my temple like, dang, I can't figure this out.
But you were doing it. Let's be clear for those in the car.
Well,
you were taking here. Let's. I just want to provide context.
Yeah.
Take your index finger and your middle finger.
Yeah.
And put them to your temple.
Right, because I'm leaning my head on my hand.
So this is fascinating. So the judge thought
the Martin Luther King picture.
Yes, the judge thought that you only had one finger up on your temple, and you were making kind of a gesture that maybe you shouldn't be making.
She said, "Please remove number 33, the gentleman that's hitting his head."
Okay. And then what's the clarity after that?
She's not going to hear my case because I was making a gesture with my hand.
She thought you were making an obscene gesture?
No, she clearly
She thought you were tapping your head like, "Oh my God, come on."
I was thinking how to get back, because I've been on there for 2.5 hours.
Right.
Trying to figure out how do I get back into Zoom, because I assumed that when they said they needed me, that they were calling my name. So I was trying to figure out how do I get where I can speak if they're speaking to me, because I can't hear anything. And so then when I called back to the office, they're like, "Well, she's not going to hear your case." I said, "For what?" She said, "Because you said you were making the same gesture." I tried to get her name, but I couldn't remember it.
I think she
to call her out.
Yeah, well, no, I don't want to. We don't want to call her out.
I won't blood. This is like, who the hell do you think you are? How powerful
Again,
do you
I would
think
like it on record. I am not advocating calling out the judge in any way.
First of all, you can't send me to jail for a freaking $74 fine. You can't take my license for $74. It's nothing you can do to me. I don't have to pay the damn $74. I can care less. Lady, I don't know who the hell you think you is. I can go to school right now and become a damn judge. The hardest thing in the world to do. Sitting up there $24 violation. Congratulations. You made $2,000 for the city of Weehawken. I cut you a damn check.
All right. This is taking a
and
turn.
send you some money to the dry bar so you can get that dry-ass hair done,
boy.
too. How about that? Dumbass.
All right.
It's ridiculous. The power that these people think they got. Who the hell? See, how can she interpret what the hell I'm doing?
I know. I'm not gonna.
How can she interpret what the hell I'm?
Well,
2.5 hours. I've been sitting there patiently waiting.
I would say that you'll have your day in court, but
yeah, what's she gonna do?
All right, let's all take a deep breath.
It's ridiculous.
Let's all bring the temperature down just a hair. It's frustrating. I get that.
Court was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. I've been sitting there since 8:50.
And you got in the door at like 8:30.
And you tell me when it's my turn, oh, you think I wait all the way for 2.5 hours to be frustrated then?
And again, I don't want to.
It's crazy.
I'm on your side.
It's ridiculous.
All I can tell you is this.
It's
if
ridiculous.
She's looking at the camera, the only thing she might see is your middle finger and thinking you're making.
She said hitting his head.
Okay. All right.
She didn't say making a middle finger. Who does a
middle
middle
finger? Well, when you said obscene gesture later, that's what I thought she meant.
No, she didn't say obscene gesture. She said the gesture, like hitting herself in the head.
Okay.
She had like I'm smacking my wrist like hurry it up. She don't know what the hell I'm doing. I watched people on the camera walking around with the camera. Dude was laying on the bed. Like the other old man had his hand over his face and his arm.
Well, this is what I was trying to say before. People, when they get on these Zooms, they do not care. They will do the damn Zoom from anywhere. You were bringing up the guy who had his license suspended and had a court date, and he was doing the Zoom from driving a car.
Right. I'm like, what? Who the hell does she think she is? And then don't even realize, well, sir, what were you doing? Like, you can't talk to me? Like, you can't have a prosecutor so I can explain myself? Like, hey, sorry, I'm in the middle. I'm doing my radio show, and I thought I'd be done. So my producer said, hey, you're on. I go in, and I'm trying to figure out how to get in. I'm trying to think.
All right. We will get this all straightened out. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. The Knicks have advanced to the NBA Cup semifinals. Can they win the whole thing?
Back to Bridges. His three-pointer is good, and the Knicks are back up by 20.
We needed every single offensive rebound that we could get. Scoring 25 points off of 14 offensive rebounds was huge with Mitch and Cat coming up with a combined 9.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
1-877-CARS for kids. KARS Cars for kids. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS for kids. KARS Cars for kids. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025.
Last chance. Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Brees Hall, the eye back at the 5-yard line. Handoff, Brees Hall finds a crease, runs left. He's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, come out to MetLife Stadium for a Week 17 divisional matchup. See the New York Jets host the New England Patriots Sunday, December 28th at 1 p.m. Presented by Ticketmaster. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
The holidays are rolling in, and if men in your life are struggling with their holiday wish list, tell them to add Manscaped to make gift-giving easy, fun, and completely stress-free this year. From the beard hedger to the lawnmower trimmer, Manscaped's precision tools keep you looking sharp, feeling confident, and ready for every event and celebration all season long. These aren't just stocking stuffers, they're upgrades for your daily routine. And right now at Target, you can save 20% on the Lawnmower 4 and 3 kits, Handyman, and the beard hedger. Hurry up, supplies won't last long.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday, brought to you by Spike Dade, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
All right, court is out.
All right, Judge Buddha.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. It's been quite the morning as Bart fights back against, not even fighting back, just showing up. And we've had all kinds of issues, but hopefully we'll get another court date straightened out, and they'll get this all
right.
cleaned up. All right.
3-month court date. Right.
As your legal representation, I would say at this point there's no longer any more need for comment.
Yeah, I get it. It's all good, but that just lets you know how petty people can be without even knowing what the facts are.
Couple hour wait is rough.
Yeah,
that's rough. Anyway,
she's like, I didn't get on the treadmill.
Bart Carlin with you on ESPN New York. We appreciate everyone who has followed along with this saga for the last couple of hours.
To be continued.
It's not over.
Part 2.
Personally, I'm hoping they call you back for like a 12:30 date. Pop back in here. Let's get this straightened out.
Surviving Diddy.
We did have a couple of people in the chat talking about 50 Cent wants to make the doc out of this.
We need to. We need to go interview this judge and figure out what's her problem.
Listen, the Mets thing. I want to get into this with you because there are a couple of things that have come out about this, about losing Edwin Diaz yesterday to the Dodgers.
For $3 million.
Well, but let's talk about this. The offers were 39 for 3 from the Dodgers, 69 for 3 from the Dodgers, 66 for 3 from the Mets. Mets were willing to go up. He didn't even go back to them And there have been reasons why that have seemingly kind of leaked out since. Jeff Passan, our buddy, said earlier today that part of it might be that he was a little bit annoyed that he did not get a heads up on the Devin Williams signing and that they were going to be bringing him in, so kind of took that in a certain way. Another one would be that he was a little bit ticked off that Jeremy Hefner got fired, the pitching coach. Also that maybe the Mets were looking at this with Williams and they did not do a good enough job of connecting with him and kind of keeping him in the loop on what their plans were here. Now, if that's the case, that is more bothersome to me than getting blown out of the water for somebody financially. Like if the Dodgers were giving him $25 million more, I get it, right? But I'd be more annoyed with the Mets right now, and specifically Stearns, if the reason that he's gone is kind of one of those little details that Steve Cohen and his wife have gone out of their way to make sure players understand that they are cared for here. And so if that's how you let somebody go, or that's how you let somebody make the decision to go somewhere else, I'd be pretty darn ticked off about that.
I mean, I wonder but did Diaz not give him an opportunity to make it right?
He did not apparently go back to them after he had the offer from the Dodgers.
I mean, I'm sure the Dodgers was like, hey, it's, I'm sure, and from what I read, they were saying that the Dodgers fully anticipated that he was going to take that offer back to the Mets and probably wasn't going to be able to get him. But, they were going to stay stern at that offer. And maybe Edwin's people got to him and said, hey, man, it's the Dodgers. And all things being equal, the money equal, you're going to the champions versus a team that failed to qualify. And you're going to be pitching in high-leverage games. You're going to be on television. You're going to be on the IT team. You're going to be part of a dynasty. You not only have opportunity for one, you got opportunity for 2 or 3 championships. So even with that being said, I think it would have been tough for the Mets or hard for the Mets to be able to stay because, I'm sure he probably got reached out to or could have got reached out to by Shohei. Could have got reached out to by Mookie Betts.
Apparently his younger brother is pitching for them as well. And that might have played a role too, that he talked to them about, his younger brother was talking about the organization up quite a bit.
I mean, do you even if let's say that the Dodgers was ran like the New England Patriots during their heyday, where everybody talked about how miserable it was, but what cures it all is the winning. The odds are that that's not how the Dodgers are ran. That they are Hollywood stars with beautiful weather year-round and championships. And my brother's here?
Yeah.
I think the Mets would have had to pay more, significantly more, maybe $3 million a year more.
Maybe a 4th year.
Yeah, extra year or something to be able to do it. And maybe Stern knew that, and he wasn't willing to even entertain that.
Look, I get that a lot of people over the last 24 hours have been upset about it, and a lot of people have been more of the mindset of, you know what, he wasn't that amazing to begin with. He was a guy who struggled at the beginning.
Careful.
Had the injury. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was on the top tier of closers in the game. And when you understand that Mariano Rivera is one of one, and you need to get guys who are lockdown guys, this would have been a fantastic back end to shut games down with him and Devin Williams. I think even though we saw Williams struggle with the Yankees, if he was in a setup role with the Mets, it would have made it a lot more palatable. Now you're relying on him to be the closer, and you had this from David Stearns about what their situation is after losing Diaz.
I'm very optimistic about where our offseason is headed. We've got certainly work to do, but there are a lot of good players out there, and I am confident that we're really going to like where our team is once we get to opening day.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, where are you pivoting now? Because I'm pivoting to starting pitching.
It has to be, because that's the fail-safe. Because if you have Devin Williams, at least in emergency, if you're not able to go get another closer, you got the ability to say he can be our closer. What you need to do is get somebody when you talk about Ottavino saying, hey, you taxed the bullpen, which he did, right? It was the third most used bullpen in all of baseball. Then you have to ask yourself, then I need to get length from some of these pitchers. I need to go out there and get guys, who can give me length where I don't have to tax my bullpen, so then we can be healthy, because we know bullpens is what would help win championships when you get into the postseason. It's just what we've seen. Recently, we've seen, like, in the postseason, we see guys go 5 innings, right? They shorten that, and then they set up their bullpen. But you got to get them there. You got to get them there fresh. Unless, of course, you're the Dodgers, and I forgot his name, Yamamoto, yeah. Yeah, is going 7-8 innings and then coming back and helping you in the closeout game. Not everybody has that luxury. So that's how you have to prepare. That's how you have to win now.
Well, I also think at the moment, as you're trying to do this, if you're going to look at Framber Valdez, if you're going to look about trading for Skubal, for the fans who are saying that this now means you have to bring Alonso back, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You have to address what your shortcomings were.
Yeah.
And if Pete Alonso is going to be somewhere else, obviously you're going to need a first baseman. Maybe you're going to move Vientos over there and have an infield that way. I don't know that you would have the faith in that. Maybe you're going to go after Bellinger, but you have work to do. But it doesn't mean you have to bring Alonso back. Just the fan favorite thing, I get it, but the fans will forget about it as soon as they're winning. This is not Luka we're talking about here.
I mean, that's because they watched Luka go somewhere and be great. Do we anticipate that Pete Alonso is going to go somewhere and be greater than what he was with you? Probably not. I mean, and we know that the contract potentially with him won't age well. So, I mean, you definitely have to think about the present and the future, especially if Pete Alonso wants a 5-year deal.
Here is Stearns on SNY talking about their plan.
I think as we look at our organization, we are very optimistic and confident about where we are headed. We have tremendous ownership support. We've got really good top-end talent at the major league level, and we've got one of the best farm systems in all of baseball. And when you add all of that up, we are headed in an outstanding direction. I certainly understand that our fan base is frustrated with how our season ended last year. We're frustrated with how our season ended last year. We didn't meet our expectations, and we've got to do better than that. I also understand that our fans naturally have an attachment, as we do as well, an attachment to players who have been here and who have performed here for a long time. And we do take that into account, and it is part of the decisions that we have to make. We also have to be very cognizant about making the decisions that are going to allow us to compete now and also fit in with the future years where we want to consistently be World Series caliber team and World Series caliber organization. And sometimes that leads to really tough, uncomfortable decisions, and we've had to make a couple of those over the course of this offseason.
Yes, they're tough, uncomfortable decisions, one of which just happened, and it is not a complete painted picture yet of what this is going to be. But now you have to take it and adjust, and that does not necessarily mean overreacting to losing Diaz at this point. What it does mean is you better walk out of here, and I'm not saying overreacting here, you better walk out of here, though, with a top-end starter.
The problem is, in reading the paper, because I ain't have nothing else to do for 2.5 hours, it talks about the hesitancy of the Mets to sign, guys like Valdez to long contracts as well. So it looks like they're not in the market even for starting pitching. Well, and that may be you got to steal one of these starters from somebody else that's in the same market that you're in.
But this is the problem, okay? Nobody wants to pay out all these years and all this money. Nobody wants to. But you have to. If you're going to get players, you have to. If you're going to get better, you have to. If you're going to try and kick the can down the road for another year and wait and see what happens with a work stoppage next year, okay, but I'm sorry. That means that you're not delivering for your fans on trying to win the best way that you possibly can for this year. You have to make good decisions, but there are some guys that you just are going to have to overpay. That's all there is to it. And if Framber Valdez is one of those guys, I'll do it. I will overpay and give him 4 or 5 years if I have to, even though he's 32 years old.
And it may be years, right? And the difference between 4 years and 5 years. I mean, see if you can get creative like everybody else has and defer money. I mean, see if you can defer it so that way it doesn't hurt you as much, and do it that way. I'm sure, you can defer the 4th year or something like that to figure it out, opt out or something. But you got to get creative because these contracts. That's what when you look at what if you look at what the Dodgers are doing, they're being creative with their structure, and maybe the work stoppage is next year because they're going to say, you know what, we're not going to be allow the Dodgers to keep doing this and kind of monopolize the baseball. So we're going to go for the work stoppage because we don't want to be put under this same pressure to spend this type of money.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you have witnessed Bart waiting in court today.
Yo, I'm
it's
so
been
mad.
A whole scene.
Bro, I'm so mad. I'm trying to contain myself. I hate when people think that they are almighty powerful. You know what I'm saying? I can go to DeVry.
You want me to hug you?
I can go to DeVry and be a lawyer in 8 years and be a judge. Like, bro, you ain't no astronaut.
Bart Carlin,
Traffic
ESPN
court judge.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, New York and New Jersey. Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever. Meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
It's been a day. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app as well is over on the YouTube page. Bartholomew Scott has had quite a day, but he's a trooper and he's with us. He has been working hard throughout the course of the day trying to fight through a virtual court situation and has had the full support of the audience through the chat over on the YouTube page, and that has been amazing to see. Our audience could not have had your back more.
And I know now that they see what happens, they realize that, okay, man, I'm not the only one that have to deal with BS. Everybody does.
Yes. By the way, it's noon. What does that mean?
It's the power hour.
You're getting a lot of it out right there. That's what that was.
Yeah.
A lot of frustration getting it out.
Might go to the gun range when I leave.
Great. Fantastic.
Might have to pull out the Benelli.
How about you just go to the gym?
Pull out the Benelli, let some shells.
No.
Just go for a run later.
Or you could just be like me and eat your feelings. That's always worked for me.
I can't wait to see this judge in person.
Okay. Listen, we have spent a lot of time on that whole situation throughout the show, which has been a blast, but I also am trying to keep you out of trouble, too. I don't want to get any legal issues popping up beyond that. In the meantime, we have a ton going on with the baseball. We're going to talk to Steve Gelbs later in the hour off of the news yesterday that the Mets lost out on bringing back Edwin Diaz, and now they have to turn their attention elsewhere. What else? Where else they need to be pivoting is a big question. And Tom brought up a question this morning that is really amazing to consider. Should the Yankees at this point be rooting for the salary cap to happen? Because they have become that team that doesn't – they used to be the team that would go out there and blow everybody else out of the water, and now they're just watching the Dodgers do it.
But here's the issue, though. The other teams that spend less money than them do a better job in acquiring talent and hitting on their talent. The Yankees still have a high miss rate as well.
Mm-hmm.
So when you consider that, if they want a salary cap, then they won't be able to outspend their problems either, or their mistakes as well, which really makes it more fair for teams like the Marlins.
Listen, if I'm the Yankees at this moment, and this is how I'm operating, I mean, I guess I kind of do want the cap, but what saddens me is this is how they're operating. Now, we understand that the Dodgers have a whole other set of income, a whole other area of income when it comes to all of the things that they could sell overseas with Ohtani being as popular as he is worldwide. But when we hear Hal Steinbrenner downplay what the Yankee revenue was for last year, it's a little bit tough to take. And it's so funny, Bart. Like, it's not all that long ago that they were the ones that everybody else would be screaming about. Like, I remember when the Yankees, and this is, I realize how long ago this was at this point, but when the Yankees traded for Roger Clemens after they had everybody else already and had already won all those World Series, and you go and you're just like, oh my God, this is horrible. I don't even know the Dodgers have reached that point yet, but they're getting there.
But that's how the world is felt. Now, if they go out and get Tucker, then you're going to be like, you know what? I'm sick of this.
If the Dodgers go get Tucker.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You're like, you know what? I'm sick of this. This is some BS. But the collective bargaining agreement is going to have to – I think they're going to have to make teams not be able to defer money. If you defer money, that's fine if you can afford it, but it's still going to count the luxury tax and aprons and all that stuff. It's still going to put you in those – whether you paying it today or not, it's still going to hit the same way as if you were paying it today.
Well, they have in the past, like, suggested that the Dodgers probably paid somewhere around $500 million between the luxury tax and the payroll last year. And with all of that being incorporated into it, that they made probably about $250 million net, roughly. The Yankees made over $300.
You're good with that to win championships, and then once you get championships, the fan base, you'll be like, all right, we can't keep operating at this optimum level. Now that we won our championships, we're a dynasty, we're in history. Now we're trying to win like everybody else wins. We're going to cut and shave. But that's just a pivot towards, okay, let me start trading some guys to get farm help, and then develop them, and then all of a sudden you become OKC, and you just compile picks with aging talent and all this talent you have. You say, all right, you can take this guy, you can take this guy, you can take this guy. And you build up your farm system, and then you come back and hit him in the mouth with a bunch of young people. Like, oh yeah, see, we can beat y'all this way too. But we did it this way to establish our brand, make people want to come here, make free agents want to come here. Maybe guys start coming there to play for less in hopes that they can win a championship if everybody thinks. I mean, because at the end of the day, it probably comes down to maybe 4 teams that we even believe that can win a championship. Is that the Dodgers, the Yankees, let's throw in the Phillies because they're a team that spins, right? Who else? We don't expect anybody like and maybe in Toronto because they're
Toronto, yeah.
So outside of those 4, like, who do we even think realistically has a chance to beat so it's maybe 2 teams that can be a surprise team. So you got 4 teams and 2 more teams that we think can be a surprise based on what happens during the trade deadline and what happens in free agency right now.
And then there are the other teams that will hint around, we're going to try to do some big things and we're going to check in on guys, but you just don't buy that they're going to go and do it.
You got the Rangers, right? They'll spend, right? But
yeah, I don't know how much more they'll spend.
My point. You got the Padres. They're done spending.
Yep.
They're saying, you know what, we letting guys go. We tried it, didn't work out. We're done.
I mean,
it has to be frustrating because and as a sports fan, that's why football reigns supreme. Because, and I know you can say, well, it's been Kansas City. We can expect Kansas City for the last 5 years, but they didn't win them all. You know what I mean? Kansas City lost to Tampa Bay. They lost to Philly, right? So you can't say even with that it's a foregone conclusion. We were surprised that Toronto even got the lead, that they even won 1 game, let alone had 2 closeout games. That had to surprise every damn body. Like, wow. Yeah. You didn't think this was going to be competitive.
Here is Michael yesterday on the Michael K. Show in relation to the Mets and what happened yesterday with losing Diaz and all of this.
Steve Cohen has so much money. His personal wealth is valued at over $22 billion, right? $22 billion. But for some reason, he went out, waited, craved, desired David Stearns. David Stearns, I think, operates as if he still has Mark Attanasio, the Brewers owner, as the guy calling the shots. Why should money ever be an issue when the Mets want a player? Why? Now, I know the Dodgers also have a truckload of money, but why should money ever be an issue for Steve Cohen? Instead, and I don't say this in a derisive way, you've got an analytic egghead that's at the forefront making the decisions. So what he's doing is he's putting a valuation on people, and he's not deviating from that valuation. This is what he's worth. This is what we're going to offer, and we're not going to go past that. But it doesn't work with Steve Cohen.
It's funny with Michael saying this. He is basically suggesting that when you hired Stearns, you saw the brilliance of what he had done in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But you brought him into a big city where the resources were not going to be a concern, but he's still operating like they are.
Exactly. He's operating like the Mets are a small market team that's a mom and pop shop.
But is that the best thing that he could do at this point?
No, that's not what he was brought in here to do.
I mean,
you're brought in here to win.
I don't think they're operating like a mom and pop shop. Now, it wasn't his idea on Soto. Clearly, that was the owner.
Right. So what's the decisions that he's made? Who has he brought in? He's not responsible for anybody. He thought he told us that we can get away with mediocre type of pitchers. That he didn't believe in spending money on high end, high leverage pitchers, and it came back to bite us, right? Because guys didn't perform to the level we thought they were going to. even with the upgrades and the raises that they gave him.
Well, he also, you have to wonder, is he one of those guys that almost needs those restrictions? That needs to that shouldn't be a GM in a place where he has unlimited resources. And I went to this point yesterday with Michael on the air, because when Michael was talking about it a little bit with us, Glenn Sather came to mind. Now, what he was able to do in Edmonton was incredible in assembling those teams that he did. But then, after the fact, would always make the comment and kind of make fun of the Rangers like, geez, if I could ever be in charge of a team that had all those resources, imagine what I could do then. And then it took forever for them to do anything, and he didn't win one cup here doing it. Point being, some guys are just built to maximize and operate and win in the margins in the areas where, Bart, maybe they're trained to go and find out where those little difference makers are going to be, as opposed to focusing on the bigger picture once they do get those resources to work with. In other words, he's not somebody that you want to put in charge when you're saying just go out and do it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to get creative and say, we're going to try and make Klay Holmes a starter, even though he's never started before. Or, our number 3 is, Shaman I is our number 1 and Frankie Montas our number. He didn't have to do that. He can go out. He could have went out there and got dudes. You know what I'm saying? Klay Holmes could have been in the bullpen. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to try and have a reclamation project and think that you can turn him to Seth Lugo. It wasn't necessary, right? You should be piling on. You should be going out. Yeah, I'm not saying be crazy with the money, but there's no way that the Mets, as much money as their owner is worth and much money that they have to spend, that Shaman I should be your ace.
No,
that Kodai Senga should be your ace.
And
that Klay Holmes is the guy that you ask, hey, let's get us through one.
You think Senga's going to be here?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
I'm tired of the injuries, the fluke injuries. I mean, stepping on a bag. Like, come on, man. Like, it's a bag.
What are we doing?
You don't let the bag beat your hamstring? The bag? Oh, man.
800-919-3776. Let's get some calls in here. Bobby in Belmore is up first on ESPN New York. Bobby, what's up, brother? Bobby! All right, good talk, Bob. Way to go.
Amazing call.
David and Elizabeth is up next. David, what's going on, dude? How are you? I know you're there.
Oh, you already know, baby. First and foremost, let's shout out my man Tom Bauer, a.k.a. the prosecutor. Not the prosecutor. I had it in my head.
Judge Rob.
Nah. He's the
he was
the public defender.
Public defender.
Yeah.
Yep, public defender. Then we're gonna shout out my man Carlin, a.k.a. the prosecutor, and last but not least, my man Bart, a.k.a. the defendant. Miss Hawkins, you got to get it together with that dry toupee.
Yeah.
You need some more soul glow.
Yeah, this thing is way bigger than Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
Taking everybody down, baby.
Carlin got parking tickets. Ray got parking tickets.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
John don't got a valid Easy Pass.
I don't know what you're talking about those 35 unpaid parking tickets in 1998.
I'm pinning
I'm
cases.
putting cases on all you fools.
Yep. and athlete don't have updated registration.
Oh, they gonna get him too. Yo, real quick, fellas, before I get into my sports point, I'm not gonna lie, man. When it comes to law enforcement, they don't do us too well, and I don't know why the judicial system acts like they're Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you're here to serve. Y'all here to serve people and protect. You guys do the opposite. Y'all shaft everyone and then treat people like dirt. I don't get it. But, hey, man, when it's all said and done, hopefully Jesus Christ will, fix that for you guys. I know, man. I know, fellas. I know. Yo, Carlin, before you let me go, man, I need one of those. Everybody calm down.
Everybody calm down. Settle down.
Yes, sir.
Everybody,
yes, sir.
Listen, they have tough jobs, too. Everybody relax.
Yo,
she was drinking Starbucks.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, on a sports point, before
I don't need anybody getting fired up again.
Yo, on the sports point, I want to say this real quick. And, this will puzzle you two gentlemen, and I need y'all information on this. Okay, so the year before, everybody was saying that it was Ward and Shador that should come out, and those are the only two quarterbacks that are worth drafting. If you guys notice, it's the same scenario this year. Either it's Mendoza or it's Simpson or maybe another gentleman. And everybody else just, it's whatever. Yeah, Dart was a surprise out of everything. But, why is it this? Everybody's just saying that, each year, oh, yeah, these two quarterbacks are okay, but, next year it'll be more quarterbacks. It's starting to be the same narrative, gentlemen. So I need your answer on that.
So this is what I found intriguing with Tannenbaum earlier, and I'm anxious to kind of get your take because you had to step out and be in court. We thought. I asked Mike. They've got the 3 picks in 2027, but how do you treat? Because he was kind of suggesting this coming year. You have more hard and fast information about the players are ready. So he would be less inclined, at least it sounded like to me, to kind of, it's not even rolling the dice because you have 3 picks, but to wait until 2027 because you just never know, even if it's supposed to be a quarterback-rich draft, how it's going to play out. Case in point, this year, we all thought this was going to be a quarterback-rich draft, and Arch Manning played terribly, and Nussmeier and some of these other guys were just not very good, and they fell off the face of the earth.
Man, this is crazy. The guys that we're speaking about isn't even the people that we were speaking at the beginning of the year. We were talking about Kelnick or whatever his name is, Nussmeier, Kelnick. Who's the guy from Penn State?
Cabe Klubnik, yeah.
Yeah, Klubnik. Is that the guy from Penn State?
No, Drew Aller was from Penn State.
Yeah, Drew Aller.
Klubnik was Clemson.
We named all those names.
Yep.
We ain't mentioned their name at all.
Yep. Aller went down with that injury. He was done for the year. You got to figure out what he's going to do now and how it's going to affect him. And Mendoza was somebody that nobody even considered before the season.
We didn't even mention Indiana.
Yeah. And look, the guy obviously developed very well. But does it bother you that you're going to be talking about potentially moving up to take somebody that wasn't even on the radar last year?
Yeah, I mean, I can't think. Maybe who's the guy that moved up like that? Carson Wentz, right? Because he was at North Dakota
State.
Right.
Yep.
Flacco moved up.
Yep. Flacco, remember, started his career at Pitt and then transferred to Delaware.
Josh Allen.
Yep.
Moved up.
Wyoming.
But outside of that, I can't think anybody just skyrocketed out of nowhere like Mendoza has.
See, I look at Mendoza and he's gonna win the Heisman. That's pretty clear. And
so the resume is gonna be tight.
The resume is gonna look good.
Beat Ohio State. Let's see what they do in the tournament.
He beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, but it's not like he went out and put up 40 points. All right, they won 13-10. So let's not get nuts about that. That had a lot more to do with the defense.
Yeah.
But he did enough, and he didn't kill them. But now, what does it look like in the tournament? Moving forward, is he somebody that's capable of playing well enough to carry them to a national championship? And if, let's just say, in the first playoff game, it kind of falls apart on him, how much is that going to hurt him? I'm not going to feel great if I'm a Jet fan getting somebody that didn't play well in that situation.
Yeah. But he can make himself a lot of money, right? If he balls out and if he's efficient and he's making plays. I mean, that's really what happened to J.J. McCarthy. Nobody thought J.J. McCarthy was great before they won the national championship, and they went through and didn't realize that he was just handing the ball off. He didn't really do a lot of passing at all, but he got elevated up, and then Harbaugh left, and then he bigged them up, and everybody bought in, and now Minnesota's paying the price.
A couple of people have brought this up over the last couple of days, and I saw it in the YouTube chat just now from Theo. Theo saying Joe Burrow skyrocketed up in the draft. He did.
After 1 year.
Yeah.
Because he had that historic year, won the championships, pulled out the cigar. After he transferred from where?
Ohio State, yeah. He was the backup at Ohio State for J.T. Barrett.
Yeah.
And I think at Barrett and
Fields?
No, what's his name? Fields transferred in. And then who was the guy who was there? Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, you want to go hit the music for Chris?
Ain't
that
I got it.
Ain't that something, Tom?
The whole system's got it in for him. The whole system's got it in for Bart today.
System. It's one of those days.
See? They'll come after me as much as you want.
See, but you already got the name. So it's no pause. There's no awkward delay. It's no pressure.
I just happen to remember it. That's all. That's all. But I just want to give you a big hug.
Tom's doing an apology letter to the municipality of Weehawken. The words of Bart Scott
did not reflect those of Tom Bauer.
They're going to put Tom's license plate hot. As soon as the lights here go, they'll pull his ass over. Cavity search.
Yeah, the amount of times that Tom today has both actually and mentally said, let's move on. Mike in Jersey next on ESPN New York. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
This is the show I've wanted to do for the last year, by the way. Yeah. What's going on?
Listen, the other day you were talking about that $100 million that Hal Steinbrenner was crying over. There was an article about 5-6 years ago in the Wall Street Journal where Randy Levine was bragging about the fact that they get $50 million back from the city on that deal, and it pays for their revenue sharing with Major League Baseball.
Yeah, it pays part of the luxury tax. Exactly. It's taken out of that. We talked about that the other day. It is, right. Listen, there is a lot of, kind of a shell game when it comes to how all that money is moved around.
Well, the thing is, I mean, it's his team. He can do what he wants with it. If he wants to make money with it, he can make money. But don't cry the blues to us like you're not making money when last year when they were in the World Series, the games that they hosted, they made $75 million, not including the concessions and the parking. That paid for Judge and Soto.
Listen, anybody who's going to suggest for a second that the Yankees are anything but a cash cow is lying. Because if you were losing money on them, would you be holding on to them as a family? Probably not.
Nope.
It's clear that you do not have the passion for winning and what the organization means that your father did. And that's okay. You don't have to be your father. I feel like I'm taking them into therapy right now.
But a lot of kids that do something, it wasn't their passion. And sometimes they kind of can be spiteful with it, right? Because they had to deal with it, maybe lost their dad to it, all his attention, his emotions, happy, sad, angry with the team. And
we really are going into therapy right now.
You know what I'm saying? When it's family business. So then when you
love the Yankees more than me.
Exactly.
You love that damn baseball team.
Derek Jeter's your son, not me, you bastard.
Why did you love Wayne Tollison more than me?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Actually, it was Reggie Jackson.
Roy in Patterson, New Jersey is next. Roy, what's up, buddy?
Oh, that's a municipality.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
How are you, buddy?
I wanted to go ahead and well, first of all, I hope everything works out for you, Bart, with regards to the tickets. I always plead not guilty no matter what. Cops might not show up or whatever the case may be. But I called because I've got – listen, I'm sick of this guy Stearns. He's horrible as a GM. He's done nothing for us. He's partly responsible for the Mets falling last year. And with regards to Pete Alonso, I think they should give him 3 years, $100 million. That should be enough for him.
Well, he may get a fourth or a fifth year somewhere else, and they're clearly not going to give that to him. He may not, but he may. I bet you Pete gets a fourth year. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Well, maybe. 3 years and $72 million would have had Diaz in here. And one last thing. Do you think the Jets and everybody else feels bad about screwing up on the Shedeur Sanders pick last year? Wanted to get your focus on that, guys. Thank you.
I mean, I'm not sure about that, but just imagine if they did have Shedeur, maybe – I don't know. Maybe – I don't know. They still may think they're watching Shedeur and say, okay, he's good, not great.
I'm going to watch some more of him tonight because I've got Bears-Browns this week. By the way, that game's on 880 and on 1050 this weekend on Sunday, 1 o'clock. I am fascinated to see this.
I mean, the yardage he put up, man, outstanding work, and he still was pressured over 64% of his dropbacks.
Listen, that's why when we're talking about the possibility of them trading him, I can't see it if you talk about enraging a fan base. If you had a guy that played well for the rest of the season And that franchise that has not had a quarterback it's Bernie Kosar.
You know what's funny?
Traded him away.
You know what's funny too? Like, he's the number one searched player in NFL.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I think his jersey sales is close to the top.
Oh, I'm sure.
And like that building for a team that's been horrible was electric. For a Browns Titans game. They had the lights off. You saw people, everybody, they were selling watches. People were selling fake watches or selling watches so they can do the Shador. Man, let me go see if I can find my Seiko. You know what I'm saying? Just any spare watch you got, just stand outside of Cleveland, sell a watch. $2,000.
It's a Seiko. It's a Seiko.
It's a Seiko. But what's the cheap plastic ones that they used to have? Techno Marina. It's like whenever somebody cut a diamond and that little piece shade fall down, they just put it in there and glued it in. That's what they get. Oh, it's diamond crusted. Man, that ain't no damn diamond. Diamond dust. It's like the size of salt crystals.
It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Want to remind you that Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Rangers hosting the Blackhawks, 7:30 tonight, Madison Square Garden. Coverage begins at 7 right here on ESPN New York. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. In moments, we will go sideline to sideline with Tom Bauer on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. The Knicks have advanced to the NBA Cup semifinals. Can they win the whole thing?
Back to Bridges. His three-pointer is good, and the Knicks are back up by 20.
We needed every single offensive rebound that we could get. Scoring 25 points off of 14 offensive rebounds was huge, with Mitch and Cat coming up with a combined 9.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
FanDuel is the #1 sportsbook for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join, because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. Head to FanDuel.com/K to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Holiday cheer starts here. Stop by participating Optimum stores through December 20th for giveaways and Saturday visits with Santa and friends. Visit Optimum.com/Santa to learn more.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
New York Presbyterian treats more heart patients than any other hospital in New York. From common to complex conditions, our cardiologists and heart surgeons are pioneers in advanced heart care, leading the way in minimally invasive treatments for faster recovery times. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital based on U.S. News and World Report 2025 to 2026 Cardiology, Heart, and Vascular Surgery Rankings.
The Hess stock car races are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Out here, it's football season, where nothing beats backyard grilling, gathering around the fire pit, and cheering on your favorite team with friends. The yard is mowed, the lights are strung, and the grill is warming up. Whether you need to fill up your propane, get a new grill, or even a generator, out here, it's game day. And we're ready for it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
All right.
Break your neck, boy. Break your neck, boy. Break your neck. Boy, I mean, I'm going to my Benelli.
Do you want? I'll just give you a big hug. I'll squeeze the anger out of you.
I know. I got to get it out of me, man.
Well, you know what'll do that? The ESPN New York holiday party, which is coming up on Friday.
Are we bringing in Xerox machines?
I don't know if they are or not.
Oh man, that's what it's supposed to be. Like all the great movies that ever had the great Christmas parties had people Xerox.
Did you ever go to like the Jets would have had a Christmas party? I'm sure at some point, right?
No, that's too corny.
Did you have you ever been to any kind of office Christmas party?
I don't do anything like that.
No,
yeah.
It's because it's too corny, or because it's what?
It's corny.
Like some of them are good.
I've never been, so I just
assume like that I think corny. It just depends. Like I don't think we have one here right now. We don't. A lot of places have cut back on them. Not just for financial reasons, but for legal reasons.
Exactly. Like, oh, my name's David. Have you seen David from the mailroom? that just reminds me of all the old movies.
What happened to David from the mailroom's pants?
Exactly. We're going streaking, honey. Hey, everybody, let's go streaking in the quad.
Is KFC open?
Anyway, cold out there, huh?
Listen, Peter may take his pants off at the ESPN New York holiday party. That's coming up this Friday. Both the Michael Kay Show, Don Hahn and Rosenberg, they are bringing the holiday cheer at your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island, this Friday, December the 12th. We're once again collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off at 1 p.m. this Friday, December 12th, at your mother's house. For more information and to purchase VIP access. Ooh, that sounds like a meet and greet. check out the ESPN New York app. It's brought to you by Amazon Pickup, by Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid, made for big city social stamina. It is time for Sideline to Sideline.
It's going to happen.
This is Sideline to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
All right, Bartolomeo, let's roll. You got Tom Bauer with us with a little Sideline to Sideline.
Well, gentlemen, we're going to start with some breaking news from Adam Schefter as of, 3 minutes ago.
Oh.
Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels, who suffered another left elbow injury versus the Vikings, out Sunday versus the Giants.
Should be out, period.
Yeah, I can't play him again this year, right? They're 3-10.
Why would you risk hurting your franchise quarterback? The only thing that's going to save your job. You mess around and he hurt that knee surgery and miss portions of next year, you're going to be out of a job pretty soon.
This is just one of those years for Jaden Daniels as it works out. Had to battle through all the injuries and just could never get on track, and the team could never get on track.
Terry McLaurin not being healthy during the beginning, that's why you don't deal with these camp type of situations. Holdouts. Because it never ends well. It drags out. Then you got a wasted year by Scary Terry. He's 1 year older, and you gave him the money anyway.
Yeah, listen, Daniels, for next year, just make sure you got everything in order. That's all, because this is a lost season at this point. You got 4 games left. 4? They're 3-10 or they're 3-11.
Yeah.
At this point, just make sure that the guy's healthy for next year.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, if he balls out next year after basically getting a free year, a redshirt year, now you got to worry about the fact that he'll be asking for some money after that.
Yeah.
So now, you had a 3-year window where you probably could have tried to win a championship. Now you got to start saying goodbye to some players, because now your quarterback's going to become worth, $60 million?
Probably.
And you already don't have good parts.
I would say this, he's going to have to be healthy and have a big year next year to get the contract after 3 years.
Yeah, it's money year, right? If they gave from what he already did his first year, they already owed him. If Sauce and Garrett got paid after 3 years.
Next.
All right, so from not starting to potentially starting, Phillip Rivers has been the story in the NFL all week. Coming out of retirement after 5 years of sitting on the sidelines at the age of 44. This comes from Stephen Holder, ESPN's Colts reporter. Asked about how they'll proceed this week, Shane Steichen indicates Rivers could start independent of Riley Leonard's status. Rivers would go back to his number 17, by the way, from Daniel Jones, because he's on the IR.
That hurt.
That's disrespectful. Seriously, he's going to wear number 17?
That's what the report is.
They just put the scalpel in my knee, in my kid. What?
Wow.
They just put the scalpel in my kid.
That
You
is
ran
cold.
my number?
That is cold.
So people going to be able to buy a 17 Phillip Rivers jersey.
I mean, if the NFL reproduces them for the Colts, absolutely.
Wow.
They certainly will.
Every geriatric.
He's already been on the team once.
Every geriatric, retired, old-ass man is going to go buy one of those. I might have to buy one of them old-ass jerseys. If he goes out there and he throws the ball and his whole arm comes off with it, he deserves it.
Wow. I mean, independent of how Riley Leonard is, how would you feel to be Riley Leonard, that somebody could be 4 years removed from playing?
And they'd rather have him.
And they'd rather give him. The dude is literally up for the Hall of Fame right now, and they would literally start him than you next week.
It'd be so funny if he comes back and pulls his hamstring at the first game, and now his Hall of Fame is over with.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's going to come out. He's putting it on hold again. He's got to get off the list, I would think, right?
Yes, so Adam Schefter did confirm that. So if he goes to the active roster, he is disqualified from the Hall of Fame until he retires again. Then it's another 5 years.
Right. Listen.
His whole class, everybody be in before him. Aaron Rodgers be getting in before him.
I'm shocked Ben hasn't come back yet. Trying to knock Aaron Rodgers out.
Who can ask him?
Somebody would. Next.
For the record, another former Colt, Jeff Saturday, he told Get Up this morning he's not coming out of retirement to play for the Colts.
Yeah,
he's very content where he is.
He coached him. He can be the offensive line coach. Tell me this. Who can you stomach more? Aaron Rodgers or Ben Roethlisberger as the starting quarterback for the playoffs for you?
No.
Who do you hate more?
I would say probably Ben. Even though he's won 2 Super Bowls, I would say probably Ben.
Okay.
Yeah. because I know on so many things he's full of crap.
You had to buy one jersey.
I had a Ben jersey back at the beginning.
No. Now you got to buy one jersey.
I got to buy one jersey now of a current of a current player.
No, Rodgers or Ben.
I'm not buying it.
You got to.
No, I don't. I don't have. Bart, one thing I know in life, and you know this too. Remember this. One thing I know in life, you don't have to do anything.
Okay. One of your loved ones tell you that they want you to buy one of these jerseys. They don't care which one they buy. You buy.
Let's just say that if I had to buy one of those jerseys, I would double whatever the amount was that the jersey cost and donate it to an appropriate charity as such. Put it that way. I would buy the jersey, but then I would donate double the money in either case. Well, with Rodgers, not quite as much, but with Ben, I certainly would. There would be a number of charities that I think would be worthy of donating to in that case.
You ever seen In the Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
When he had jump on the sword and the devil was trying to kill him, he's like, it's a lot of hate in you. And he wasn't even the devil. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was a bad cop who lost his kid and stuff like that. Never mind.
No, I didn't see that one.
It's a great movie.
Okay.
For sure that's not Terminator?
No, he melted in Terminator.
Yeah,
Come on.
He can jump on there. Nah. It's a great movie.
Terminator T2 he melted.
In the Days. Nice little movie.
He got crunched in the first one.
When you go traveling, maybe you should go see it.
All right.
I'll
throw
cool.
it and download it this week. I got to go to Chicago this weekend. Bears and Browns. Next, what do you got?
I got one more before we bring on Steve Gelbs. Marcus Freeman. This is pertaining to when Pete Bevacqua, the Notre Dame athletic director, isn't crying. Bevacqua, whatever, I don't care. Whenever he's not crying about Notre Dame not making the playoff, he's going to have to worry about potentially paying Marcus Freeman because there's some interest in bringing him to the NFL. Bevacqua said everybody has eyes on Marcus. College has eyes on Marcus. The NFL does. I bet Hollywood does. He's the absolute best coach in the country for Notre Dame, full stop. One of the greatest college coaches in the country. So pretty much what he's saying is they're going to try and make him one of the highest paid coaches in
He's
college.
going to be in the Giants discussion.
We don't know how good of a coach he is. They don't play no damn body.
He's going to be in the Giants discussion, and I wouldn't hate it. I like Marcus Freeman a lot. I hate Notre Dame, but I like Marcus Freeman.
He lost street cred.
Why?
With the black Twitter.
What happened?
He doesn't like being called black.
Is that true?
Yeah, he says he's Asian. Who knew? Black people just like, bro, did you have to make a distinction? Like, who cares, brother? Nobody cares.
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
All the black people out there know that. Like he said this maybe a month ago. Like, really, bro? Like, we know, okay, all right. Did you really have to make that distinction?
Winter meetings in just moments with Steve Gelbs. Bart, Samuel, go.
Well, some black people at the winter meetings, too. It's football season, the best time of the year, and you should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with a neck pain, back pain, sciatica, nerve pain, even getting off the couch can help, and it can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live that way. There's help. Dr. Jayshot Sandwell Payne is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes a difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication, just precise, non-image guided procedures that delivers real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraine, and nerve pain, and sciatica. With a plan that is customized for you, same-day or next-day appointments are available. And with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is close. And so don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SamwellPayne.com to call, text, book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SamwellPayne.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
How will the Mets respond and pivot after losing Edwin Diaz? Steve Gelbs next on ESPN New York.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the...
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
There's nothing like the holiday season. It's a time to give, to share, and to bring a little extra joy to the people we love. Whether it's wrapping that perfect gift, traveling to see family, or planning something special, it all starts with a little saving and smart spending. And Navy Federal Credit Union is here to help make that possible. With the Cash Rewards and Cash Rewards Plus cards, you could earn a $250 cash bonus when you spend $2,500 in the first 90 days. Offer ends January 1st, 2026. There's more. Get 2% unlimited cash back with these cards, so every festive coffee run, stocking stuffer, and grocery trip brings a little more cheer. Whether you're a veteran of the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, or Coast Guard, you and your family can become members. Start your season of giving on the right note. Join now at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Cashback terms and conditions apply. Visit NavyFederal.org/cash rewards for more information.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Wanna be a baller, shot caller, 28 Rams on the Impala. Oh, that's why you put the Impala, because you know it's my Impala that. Oh, you trying to bring those bad feelings back, Tom? That's what this all about, Tom? You trolling me, Tom?
Not the intent.
28 Rams? It's 28 Rams on the what?
Tom?
Out of all the songs in the world, it's only a few that got Impala in it. And you're going to put Impala. Okay, I see what you're doing, Tom.
Well done, Tom. Way to tick him off.
You're trying to gaslight me, Tom. You're trying to gaslight me, Tom. You're trying to take me back to that place, Tom.
You had a week off from this, Steve. Enjoying it now? Steve Gelbs joining us from Orlando. How are you?
Yeah, I was going to say, I really forgot. It's amazing how quickly you forget, but brought me right back.
Steve, of course.
Hey, Bart, seems like I missed a good one on Sunday, huh?
Oh, my God. Listen, one day we all going to die, I'm going to get up there and I'm going to say, Jesus, about those 3 hours I wasted in my life watching that Jets game.
3 hours?
Send me back. Send me back. I want to go get some cocaine and go to a strip club. Then I'll come back.
We'll see you back in a couple hours. We'll give you a number so you can just go to the front of the line.
Yeah. Just let me die right in the strip club with an overdose.
All right, Steve, so let's go. How about Mets? Hey, Edwin Diaz is gone. Your thoughts? Steve Gelbs, of course, of SNY, and Bart's co-host on Jets Post Game Live and the Jets programming throughout the week. Tune in SNY tonight. Mets Hot Stove Live, 6:30. SNY's analyst going to break down the latest news, rumors, and trades from the winter meetings. First of all, your takeaway here from what you're hearing the last 24 hours since the news came down about why Edwin Diaz left. Why did Edwin Diaz leave, Steve?
Yeah, Chris, it's still at this point a little convoluted and tough to nail down. I'm going to be very interested to hear Edwin Diaz speak when he eventually, is officially introduced as a Dodger. I was stunned by the news yesterday, as I think a lot of people were. I wasn't surprised that he left. I thought there was a very good chance that Diaz would leave, but I always thought it was because he would get 4 years, 5 years somewhere else. And I was pretty confident that the Mets were not going to match that term. I thought, he'd probably stop at about 3 years, and I thought he would get more elsewhere. The fact that he signed with the Dodgers for 3 years, $69 million, that just completely threw me for a loop. And you keep hearing multiple things and multiple sides. I've heard that Diaz absolutely wanted to be back with the Mets, and I've heard on the other side that he didn't give the Mets a chance to match the offer. So I don't really know what to think. I do feel confident that at one point Diaz was somebody who was very open to coming back to the Mets, and something happened. I don't know if the offer wasn't going to get to where he wanted it to be. I don't know if the allure of the Dodgers, once you get the free agency and start having those conversations, was something that just became too overpowering. But I think it's safe to say that every single person here was stunned that that is what ended up happening. Edwin Diaz taking a 3-year deal to leave the Mets.
So now you have a significant hole in your lineup. What do you do? Do you overreact? Does Devin Williams go to the closer? Like how do you go and overspend for starting pitching? What's the plan?
Yeah, this to me is there's a lot of intriguing and fascinating storylines here moving forward, and this to me might be the most interesting one, because I wouldn't be surprised if they went out and they signed a Robert Suarez or traded for a Trevor McGill or somebody like that, a high-end back end of the bullpen guy. But I also wouldn't be surprised if this was kind of it for the high-end relief pitchers. David Stearns is someone, and he's not alone when you talk about baseball executives, who is really hesitant to commit long-term or a lot of dollars to guys at the back end of the bullpen, simply because it's so volatile. I mean, you're not just talking year-to-year changes in results. You're talking month-to-month, half-to-half. I mean, you don't even need to go that far back. You can just look at the Mets trade deadline last year, where I think everybody at the time thought they were great moves, and Ryan Helsley just completely implodes. So there's definitely a hesitation there, and the Mets look at the back end of their bullpen and they say, okay, we've got Devin Williams, who didn't have a great year last year, but has been one of the best relief pitchers in baseball over the last 6-7 years. You've got A.J. Minter coming back, Brooks Raley, and then some young arms that they feel good about. It wouldn't surprise me if they said, okay, we're set there. I do think, though, that no matter what happens, they are going to, at some point, whether via trade or free agency, acquire a frontline starter. I don't know if that means an ace pitcher, but they are looking for a starting pitcher that can pitch a playoff game, that can start a playoff game. They recognized last year that the most important thing is getting bulk length out of your starters. David Stearns has learned from last season. He's altered his philosophy a little bit. Used to think it was only about the quality, not so much the quantity, but realizes how much of an effect it has when you get absolutely no length from your starters. So they're heavy in the market for a starting pitcher, and I would be very surprised if they didn't go out and acquire a frontline starter at some point this offseason.
If you had to, Steve Gelbs with us from SNY, of course, down at the winter meetings covering the Mets. If you had to guess, is that more of the free agent route or more of the trade route? In other words, Skubal or Framber Valdez? Or else?
I think I don't know if either one of those is going to be the answer. I think it's probably likelier via trade, just because of what the starting pitcher market looks like on the free agency side. When you look at what Dylan Cease got and what Valdez is likely to get, I don't see David Stearns going out and committing 6-7 years of big money to a starting pitcher. I think it's more likely that you go and you get, whether it's a Freddie Peralta on a 1-year deal, or maybe an Alcantara who's got 1 year and a team option left. I think those are the names or the types of starters that they'd be in the market for. This isn't just the Mets. This has been a weird winter meetings where it feels like the trade market is far more active than the free agency market is. And so, again, we'll see what happens. But for me, if you were asking me point blank, which one do I lean towards, I think it's probably more likely that you see it via trade than free agency. So
we're talking about additions, but what about some subtractions? Can we see maybe Jeff McNeil getting dealt, and what's the deal with Senga?
So I'll take each one of those. I think that it's very possible, maybe even likely, that Jeff McNeil gets traded at some point this offseason. But I think there was this belief, and I had it myself, that when they acquired Simeon, all right, there's no spot for Jeff McNeil, and he's definitely gone. But as I've talked to more Mets people and tried to take a step back, there's a better possibility than I thought that they hang on to him, at least at the beginning of the year. there is some decent value in Jeff McNeil being on the Mets roster this year because he's so versatile. He can play left field, and you've got a lot of young, exciting outfield prospects that the Mets want to leave room for, but they also don't want to push them if they're not ready. And so whether it's a Benj or a Jet Williams, a Ryan Clifford, somebody like that, they want them to have the opportunity to earn a spot this year at some point, but maybe having Jeff McNeil on a one-year deal, he can play left field. You can move him at some point if you need to. I think that does hold some value. So again, it's not a slam dunk that he's back, but I think there's a better chance that he remains on the team than people previously thought, myself included. As for Senga, similarly, there's a lot of upside, obviously, with Kodai Senga, and the way that David Stearns talked about him and his offseason when we spoke to Stearns the other day. They seem optimistic, but I still have a hard time believing that he won't be someone that they look to move. Again, they're looking for more of a sure thing out of the starting rotation, and the one thing that we know with Senga is when he's on and when he's healthy, he's fantastic, but it's been way too up and down, way too difficult to count on. And I think the Mets are looking for somebody that they can count on more so than Senga. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Senga got moved.
Well, Gelbs.
And as we speak, what are we saying? Jeff Passan is right now reporting, Steve, I think you're going to have to go, Pete Alonso to the Orioles.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all. I was waiting for you guys to say that. We had heard that all morning. Actually, Todd Zeal and I did something that was out on social media that we were not optimistic that Alonso would be back. So yeah,
5 years
the case,
for
I'm gonna have to go right now.
See you later,
yeah,
Gelbs.
So real quick, as soon as the Orioles missed out yesterday on Schwarber, the expectation became they were going to pivot to Pete. And that's that. So there we go.
All right,
guys.
well, go.
It's been real.
Get after it.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
5 for 155, $31 million a year.
Good for him.
I feel good for Pete, and boy, he'll hit 50 home runs in Camden Yards.
Yeah.
Easy.
He'll love Baltimore too. They love hard.
Yeah.
They love hard.
Good for Pete. Bad for the Mets. Michael will have it all for you right now. He is up next on ESPN New York. It's been a day.
Yeah, I hope I don't have to Uber because my license is suspended for $74.
We'll see you tomorrow at 10. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
FanDuel's the #1 sports book for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel's the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the